what's up? It's Mr. Young.
And it's Forward in the building. How are you, my brother? Happy National Day weekend.
Happy National Day to everybody as well. And to our friends who are not from Singapore. This is our Independence Day, as it were. So we are celebrating this whole weekend. As you can tell, we are starting on time, which means this is, in fact, a recorded episode of the podcast. Because in just a little while, we're going to talk to GM Carl Heller from SPW. They're going to be having their big Hardcore Island 2 event this upcoming Friday. We're going to preview the whole event as well. So if you haven't gotten tickets, we are giving a pair of tickets away by the end of the podcast. So stick around with us. You could be going to Hardcore Island with us.
Bro, not just one pair, bro, but two pairs, bro.
Whoa, did I say one pair? Oh my gosh.
Bro,
it must be all the local food I've been eating.
Of course. It must be all the Prime that I've been drinking, bro.
Hey, bro, Prime not sponsor lah. I was about to segue local food into our actual sponsor, Lemak.
Oh, yeah, for you. We talk about lemak, but I just wanted to drink this first. Yes, lemak, bro.
Right. There you go.
Yeah, there you go, brother. There you go.
But yes, Lemak, of course, our lovely sponsor. They've been with us for a while already. And if you are feeling a little bit peckish, a little bit hungry, especially at this time of the day, be sure to check them out. They have several outlets, do they not?
Yes, they do have, not just in Bugis Street or Arab Street. They also have one in Bedok, and they are available online if you want to do some sort of corporate delivery or your home delivery. You feel like eating some Indonesian cuisines, Malay cuisines.
Oh, look at that.
They're all there, bro. It looks so good. And nasi ambeng, nasi padang.
I know, right? Hey, drop them a follow on their Instagram page, by the way. It's lemak.lemak, LEMAQ.LEMAQ. And of course, go check them out. If you do go and makan there, let them know that Kick to the Gut sent you lah.
Yeah, for sure. And they are the food of champions. We'll definitely want to come by there, do some content as well. And maybe invite one of our local wrestlers as well to cut a promo and makan from the lemak shop as well. Huh, Mr.
Oh, yes. What is this? Ayam masak merah. Ooh,
bro,
it looks so...
Ayam masak merah. You don't know ayam masak merah, bro?
No,
let
but
me
it's
see
chicken.
you down,
Obviously, it's chicken.
Duh. No, it's basically...
Wow, Mr. Young, you're so smart. You know ayam is chicken.
It's basically fried chicken doused in sambal, bro. The best sambal.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So
that got my attention. I'm just looking through the... As you can tell, I'm very food motivated lah.
Yeah, for sure. I think all of us are. But yeah, if your tummy can handle it, you love your spices, man, it's the best kind of food to try. So please go support Lemak. Send them a follow. Tell them your podcast boys said hi.
Absolutely. And of course, the podcast is brought to you by SPW. Like I mentioned earlier, Hardcore Island 2 is happening this Friday. We got tickets for you in just a bit. But if you're like, I can't wait, guys, I want to buy my tickets already, you can always reach out to SPW on their Instagram page and, slide into their DMs, find out how.
Yeah, for sure. But please, guys, stay till the end of the podcast when we interview GM Carl Heller to talk all about Hardcore Island 2, find City, and then find out how you can get your 2 pairs of tickets. So please stay till the end.
I mean,
bro,
I just want to show you the main event picture. Just look at this. Yeah. It's the State of Bastards, the newly formed faction that is... quite frankly, going to be running roughshod over SPW, taking on the SPW stalwarts of Aiden Rex, Dr. Gore, and the Butcher Band. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be a Singapore Extreme Rules match, which means must be got durian in play. You know what? It's not Singapore Extreme Rules match is an Extreme Rules match, but where else are you going to see a durian come into play? I don't know. What else is a very local thing, bro, that you can add into a hardcore match?
Bro, of course you got to have some Singapore cane. Gotta have a rotan. I wish somebody have a flying prata they can slap somebody in the face with. Remember that TikTok trend? They slap someone with a burrito or something.
Yeah. Or the cheese, the slice of cheese.
Is it slice of cheese? I know it's like a big pen-sized burrito, right? They slap.
Sure.
Yeah. So, bro, someone bring in a flying prata from the nearby mama store, right? Please go do that. I would love to see that.
That is the beauty of going to a local wrestling show. You will see things that are very, honestly, very relatable to us that you will never see on WWE or AEW because it's just not their culture, it's not them. But this is us. We are Singapore. Oh, I'm getting caught up in the National Day mood, bro.
Bro, what better way to celebrate, our independence, our National Day than by watching some local wrestling, bro?
Yeah, watch locals beat each other up. Celebrate.
Okay. But how are you recovering from your weekend of long holiday weekend, National Day?
I mean, I've hit that age, right, bro? And I don't know if you feel the same way because you're quite a bit younger than me. But I've hit that age where when it's a holiday, you really look forward to it, but you end up doing nothing but household chores and going to the gym.
Bro, I think we are still around the same kind of
Okay.
vibes.
Right.
I'm doing the same thing. The best thing about my weekend was right. I think my girlfriend's mom
Yeah.
surprised her by saying, "Hey, I want to go see fireworks. Let's do a staycation at one of those like fancy hotels that can see fireworks. You know, like
Nice.
Ritz-Carlton, Millennium,
Yeah.
that kind of shit."
Yeah.
Well, clearly she didn't invite me, right? So just a mother and daughter thing, right? But bro, I was fine. I was happy. I was like, "Hey, girl, go, enjoy your national day, bro. Enjoy
Ah.
your national day." You know what I do, bro?
What?
The whole day, bro. I close the door, lock myself up, and play 2K24.
Nice.
Finally,
Nice.
bro.
Ah,
Finally.
finally,
No,
you squeeze out time.
not just GM mode, bro. I finally played like the universe mode, played the
Oh,
freaking what do they call it, the career mode. Fuck.
that's
It's been too
that's
long, bro.
that's the curse of life, bro. When you're
Yeah.
young, you have all the time but no money to buy a game. When you are
Yes.
older, you have the money but you have no time to play the game.
Bro, I don't know whether this is a bad flex or good flex, but like when we bought 2K24, the day it came out on pre-order or whatever,
We got it, yeah.
you got it the first day, right? Never touch it, bro. After we
Oh.
review it, we play it one time. I never touch
Really?
it again, bro.
Really, yeah. Well,
Not after WrestleMania, bro. All the way until this past weekend.
okay, I gotta give you props then because we were like we played against each other, right? You still remember the muscle memory. It's all coming back to me now.
Bro, it's not just foreign's brain, bro. I remember all these wrestling trivia. The hands also, bro. Remember
The
wrestling
thumb,
controls.
the finger. And talking about wrestling, playing games and being online and stuff like that. I have to say, remember last week? Okay, I'm telling you, this is an entire cinematic. This story is as intricate as the WWE story plot lines that they are trying to pull off now.
The Young Broadband Saga, right?
No, this is the Mr. Young cinematic universe, and this is the Broadband Saga. So as you know, last week, we were doing the podcast off my 5G on my phone. Shout out to Circles Life. I mean, incredible connection, but I blew through like 150 gig within a weekend. I'm not even kidding, bro. I mean, I got play some game lah. That's probably why lah. But yeah, streaming.
Yeah, don't blame the podcast. I'm pretty sure it's the games, bro.
No, it's not the game, bro. The game was just a little bit, maybe 50 gig. I think 100 gigs went to streaming the podcast. Okay.
Oh dear.
Let's be real
okay.
here. But we finally figured out the problem. Remember I told you, okay, and here's the thing. This is a bit of an inside look into, if you've never had broadband problems before, this is how they work, okay? If the problem is with Netlink Trust, now Netlink Trust is the cabling, the fiber optic provider of Singapore. So
I never heard that name until you mentioned it in this podcast. I learned something new. Thanks, Mr. Young.
Have you heard of OpenNet?
Okay, I've heard of OpenNet, yes.
OpenNet used to be Netlink Trust. They rebrand, change name. Now you know.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
So OpenNet was the one who laid all the fiber optic, connect all the houses in Singapore. If you move into a new flat, into a new house, you will have to ask OpenNet, or now known as Netlink Trust, to come to your house to enable the internet to flow in, as it were, right? For lack of a better term. So the internet flowing into my house, the stream stopped. Literally no internet coming into my house, right? Now, here's the thing. Your service provider, Singtel, MyRepublic, StarHub, all those telcos, right? They will not do anything until they resolve all the different quote-unquote issues. So that's why Singtel, roll my eye. By the way, I have two telcos in my house, Singtel and MyRepublic, because my dad still wants to watch F1 on his cable box. Old school lah, you know lah, older generation. Yeah, right? So the first thing I did was I called Singtel. They wouldn't send a technician down because they wanted me to go through the whole process of bringing the equipment back to the Singtel shop to replace it, to make sure that it wasn't an equipment fault. I told them, I know it's not an equipment fault because both telcos have no internet. If it's a telco problem, it's a hardware problem, then only one will be spoiled,
Yes,
right?
Correct.
So there's literally no internet coming in at all. So it has to be a problem with the fiber optic. They're like, oh no, we have to go through the whole steps. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. I didn't. I called MyRepublic instead, my telco, and told them about it. They're like, okay, we'll send a technician down in 2 days. So now I have to wait 2 days for one fella to come down and check the thing, right? The fella comes down, he checks the thing. yeah, you were right. There's no internet coming down. We need to get Netlink Trust down here. Literally, I waited 2 days for a 5-minute diagnosis.
And the worst part is, bro, this was the weekend of SummerSlam, bro. How dare they do that to
I
you, bro?
know, right?
Dear God.
I was right all along. Okay, I get it. They can't just take my word for it. Like, who is this Mr. Yang? He's not a technician or anything like that, right?
But the Power 98 DJ, bro, that has to mean something. Come on.
It's like saying, oh, this celebrity knows astrophysics because he's a celebrity. Like, what? No link. Anyway.
Yes,
So,
continue, please.
that's the thing. It happened on a Friday. So, they're like, okay, we'll escalate it. So, now that they know the problem, the telco must then contact Netlink Trust and set up an appointment where both technicians come down at the same time on the same day.
What?
Yeah, here's the thing. I called Netlink Trust prior to calling My Republic. I called them, can you send somebody? They're like, no, the telco must ask us to come down. So it's a lot, it's bureaucracy. It's what's delayed the whole damn thing, right? And then they don't work on weekend. So that was the weekend of SummerSlam. I had no internet on Saturday and Sunday. And then Monday, I was like, okay, they still haven't called me. They asked me to wait for a call. I'm like, shit, I'm not waiting for a call. I called them back. I was on hold for an hour.
Dear God.
Finally, the guy, nice guy, he managed to get me an appointment for Tuesday. So finally, Tuesday night was when I got my internet back. The guy came down. The best thing, the guy came down, right? So I told him the problem. He checked it. Then, okay, I don't know how it is for every estate. For my estate, there is like a fiber optic hub where all the internet goes in this hub, and then the hub sends it to all the different houses.
Yeah. I can
And
imagine.
the hub is in the Longkang down the road.
Okay.
So the guy forgot to bring the equipment to open up the Longkang. So I had to wait for 2 more hours. No, not 2 more hours, sorry. About 30, 45 minutes more for him to go get don't know what equipment to open up the Longkang.
Bro, he should just ask Kane, bro. Remember Kane? He used the crowbar, open up the longkang to throw Paul Bearer inside. Just fucking use a crowbar, bro. What's this?
And then, you know what the problem was?
What?
It was a bent wire.
Bent wire in the longkang.
I'm like, really? That's it? The wire? And then I remember, okay, now I remember when the My Republic guy, the 5-minute prognosis guy, right? When he came over, he said this line to me. I remember, bro, Easter egg, I remember. He said, oh yeah, I actually was in the neighborhood because there's a new guy who just moved in. I was setting up his network. So I was like, I have a new neighbor who just set up their network, which means if a new neighbor has come in, what's the first thing they do? They have to contact Netlink Trust to, like I said earlier, to have them connected to the internet, right? So it's very possible that whoever did that connection while they were doing it bent my wire.
Bro, why are you not at that neighbor's house and go invade his house like, Triple H and Randy Orton, bro? Why never do that?
Bro, and you know what the craziest thing is? Okay, I'm telling you, everything links. This is like Triple H booking, okay?
Okay.
Just the other night, and I posted about this on my social media, on my Insta stories, right? The wife and I, we came home quite late, 12:30, after midnight already. We noticed there was pee on our front door. Now, my
what?
dogs, yeah, pee, urine.
Okay.
As a dog owner, I know how my dog's pee look. It's not my dog's. Also, they are not allowed on the first floor, huh?
Oh yeah, I remember this. Yes.
Yeah, we have a doggy gate. So we're like, why is there pee on the floor? So I was like, okay, I go up and check on the dogs first. As I'm walking up the stairs, there's this cat on the second floor just staring at me like, oh, hello.
Oh. Hello, casually breaking into your house.
I know. So he's just like, and okay, and once again, I've seen this cat just walk by the house here and there. And I've even mentioned to my wife, hey, there's a new cat in the neighborhood, like quite big size, bigger than my dog, Chelsea. Black color one.
A big ass cat.
Yeah,
a fat
big
cat.
ass cat. Yeah, I literally noticed, I sent my wife a photo of him just roaming around because he looks like Chelsea from the back. He's so big, right?
Okay.
It's him. So I go and pick him up, and he's very nice. He's just
docile, domesticated.
Yeah, he's just like why you bring me up,
Chonky
And then I brought
cat,
him down. Then I looked at his collar to see if like there's an address or whatever. It's the new neighbor's cat.
Wait, how the F did that cat leave the compound of your new neighbor and enter into your house?
I think that they just I mean, if you own cats, you know cats will find a way to get out of the house, one lah.
Okay.
Cats are cats.
Okay.
And I think the cat has a tracker on him as well, so in case he gets lost, right?
Okay.
But he is from that neighbor who just he belongs to the house of the neighbor who just moved in, who could have possibly caused my internet to go out.
Okay, cool. This is the neighbor whose house that, when I've been visiting your house recently, it's like he's been renovating the house for quite a while, right?
No, not not my direct neighbor, a few houses down the road. So not that one.
So this cat came from a few like houses down.
Who just moved in, yes.
How did it go through like your gate and everything, bro?
It's a cat, bro. You obviously never have a cat in your life before.
No, I've had a cat. And
Is
my
it?
cat doesn't enter and break into people's house. They try to escape from everyone else's house.
Bro, cats can find a way one. They are fluffy but actually very skinny inside one. And they can jump high. They can find all sorts of nooks and crannies, I'm sure.
So
but
they entered your house like indoors and then pee there.
pee at the front door, it's marking, right? They are in a new territory. They're like, okay, I just better pee here first to let myself know next time. I know this one I've been here
Next
before.
time I don't roll pineapple. Next time I move out, I just go pee and fucking
exert dominance, mark territory. Anyway, so this all ties in together, right?
Okay.
Like Najwan on my Twitch stream, he was like, he was the one who bent the wire. They sent him in.
The cat commando, bro.
Yeah. So anyway, yes, thank you very much for coming to my TED Talk about
I love
internet.
Bro, it's entertaining, bro. It's almost as entertaining as Raw. But quick, last question, bro. Have you actually met these new neighbors or not? Have you actually seen their face or not, bro?
No, I have not. So far they haven't come out and said hi to anybody. Walking by their house, I haven't seen them also.
How do you release the cat back to the neighbor then? Or do you just open the door?
I just let him open the door, let him go out lah. he know how to go back, what?
I mean, I don't know.
You think what? I bring all the way to the house, excuse me, I found your cat. No, it's not like that lah.
Your cat entered and peed my house. I think that's a great conversation starter.
Oh yeah,
I love.
a great way to make new neighbors. Your cat just peed in my house and I think you screwed up my internet for a week.
Yeah. You cost me 150 gig. Pay me back, bitch. Sorry.
Oh, I don't give you back your cat.
No. You go. Then you go to them. And you're like, oh, sorry. Sorry, bitch.
Oh my, hey bro, why you gotta bring up Okada? Why you gotta bring up the biggest waste of money on AEW?
Just like how your neighbor wasted your money with 150 gig, I had to bring up Okada.
Okay.
So yeah.
Cool. Is he doing anything relevant? Okay, very quickly, and look, I don't want to be the guy that shits on AEW just because it's popular. Because I've stopped watching Dynamite after the Blood and Guts. And once again, the ratings bear it out, right? And I know it's it's not all about the ratings. It kind of is. And more than anything, the ratings are an indicator. It's not a be all and all. True, I believe in that. But it's a trend, right? Less and less people are interested in your product. That's what it's saying. And if that doesn't concern you, if that is not your problem, then okay. Once you go out of business, don't say nobody told you so.
Yeah. Very interestingly, I mean, even not talking about the ratings, right? Like, what's the hype level for All In? Like, I'm curious because I haven't read up like how many tickets have they sold.
Yep.
Are they on track to sell out the Wembley Arena like they did last year? Because they did try to pair up the matches and have matches in the match card, but what's the story? Because I haven't really heard much about the hype.
To be fair, I think it'll still be a success because it's still an event. I mean, it's only their second time. It's not like they've been there for 5 years. You know what I mean? So it will still be a happening, as it were. I mean, the first time they sold out without even announcing any of the matches. So it just shows you that the appetite is there. For example, if AEW were to come to, I don't know, even then, like if AEW would never come to Singapore. Let's say they went to France. I think it would also sell out, It's not because the product is so exciting and great. It's just, it's a happening, right?
Yeah. But what I'm trying to say is like, now that they have actually had time to build up matches, build up some hype.
Yeah.
Are they moving tickets more? Now you have MJF confirmed to be wrestling on the show. Now you have Bryan Danielson apparently wrestling Strict versus Career, right?
Yeah.
Championship versus Career. So I just wonder, like,
Mm.
is that helping or is the TV really holding them back? So I'm not sure.
I think that, and we only know after the event is done, the ticket sales, that kind of thing. I don't think it'll be bad. I think people will still watch because it's still, like I said, it's still happening. It's still fresh. And to their credit, MJF and Will Ospreay, that's still a very mouth-watering match, right?
Yeah.
Everything else, it's kind of like meh. And for me
Yeah.
anyway, with All In, most likely it'll be a deal where I watch it after the fact. Like I'm not going to go out of my way to try to wake up and watch it on a Monday morning. You know what I mean? It's not that.
Yeah.
They haven't created television that is so compelling. I must watch. Like to WWE's credit, oh my god, you can't compare the two. Of course we can. To their credit, they have created a product that is exciting. That's almost like it's like watching football, for example. You want to watch it live. You don't want to watch football after it's happened already,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I get what you mean. And the thing is, right, like coming off SummerSlam, right? We talked about SummerSlam last week. By the way, our episode was the highest viewed episode of this season, bro.
Are you
So
serious?
yeah,
Yeah.
doing a Sunday live show right after a big PLE gets us numbers. I'm just saying.
Well, okay, because it's fresh off the event, and SummerSlam was a good event. You know what they say, when the tide rises, it rises all ships, right? And the funny thing is, even though WWE is doing so well, pro wrestling in general is doing so well, we can see the numbers, right, on our end as well, but AEW is not. So AEW is not pro wrestling?
Well, I think
Oh,
AEW is missing out on this hype because right now, like you say, everything else is hot.
Mm.
So there is no reason why they can't be hot as well.
yeah.
And maybe the Wembley numbers will prove me wrong. Maybe
Yep.
they will sell equal or even more than last year. But I believe right now because of the lack of hype or because a lot of fans are going back to WWE,
Mm.
the number of people who are watching the product in AEW on average is less than
Oh,
last year even.
no, for sure. And that's what the ratings tell us, that less people are excited about your product. Whether or not you care about a rating as a fan, of course you don't care as a fan, but it just means less people are caring about that product, you know?
Did you hear about the Warner Brothers? They did like this quarterly call or like a announcement saying that they overvalued some of their
Assets,
IPs.
yes, IPs,
Yeah,
yes.
and then because of
Apparently,
their
yeah.
because of their re-evaluation, they actually mark a 1.9 million or billion-dollar loss.
Yeah. So okay,
Yeah, you
they
saw
are gonna
about that,
sell
right?
a whole bunch of stuff. So gaming, for example, right? This I know because I pay attention to the gaming stuff. Like Mortal Kombat could be up for sale.
Really?
DC games could be up for sale. The Suicide Squad was a complete failure. Killed the Justice League,
Wow.
that game. Yeah, it was complete flop. Mortal Kombat 1, though a good game on release, has flopped hard after in the post
Really?
support. Yeah, it's out of all. So okay, Mortal Kombat 1, Street Fighter, shit, I forgot which one it is. Is it 6 or 7? And the latest Tekken, right? Out of those three, right, Mortal Kombat is doing the worst.
Wait, the one that they rebrand, they started the timeline again. That one
Yes.
didn't do well.
Yeah. Well, it did well in that it was an interesting enough concept to sell the initial copies, right?
Yeah,
But
the
then
initial release.
yeah. But after you finish the story mode, a lot of players just got bored of it.
So basically all the post DLCs lah after the fact.
Yeah, they're gonna launch a new story mode DLC soon, so I don't know if that will do well or not. But like, as someone who played the game and a huge Mortal Kombat fan, I agree, right? Like the post-game content has not been there, has been weak and anemic.
I see. It's like the end game problem lah. Everything after end game felt like not as great as
Yeah.
the initial timeline. What about the Justice League? Why the Suicide Squad game didn't do well? I thought there was a lot of hype for it.
Yeah, there was a lot of hype for it, but they tried to make it a live service game, and gamers are very tired of live service games. Live service games, basically, you have to pay like microtransactions, you have to log in to play the game. People just want to play a freaking Suicide Squad game. They don't want to have to connect and make it be a part of because and a lot of companies do live service games because they think that's where the money is. They can charge for microtransactions, monthly fees, battle passes, all that kind of shit. And it just didn't do well. And the core game wasn't that great to begin with. So that was a big flop, a loss. So from what I read, yes, MK and Suicide Squad, DC in general, they might be selling, which is huge.
Awesome. So okay, so they are selling a lot of their IPs for games. Are they selling a lot of their movie franchises? Is DC films gonna be affected?
I don't think so because that one, I mean, it's Superman and Batman. That one will make money, They will not, and they just brought in James Gunn. They are not going to sell that. Come
Okay,
on.
okay. Okay, so of course it goes back to the main question for us wrestling fans.
Yeah,
What does this do for the AEW Warner Brother deal?
yeah. Okay, I don't think that they are going to get dropped. I feel like that is just like haha, this is a knee jerk reaction. I think what's going to happen is Tony Khan's not going to get the deal he wants. It's going to be a much more scaled back deal if he does even get a deal. Can you imagine AEW without a TV deal?
Nah.
I think they'll be dead.
They'll be like WCW, they are gone.
Yeah, exactly right. What are you without TV time? Nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, like I mean we've seen AEW Dark and AEW Elevation. That's the amount of numbers they will get lah.
Well, well, they literally have a streaming service that we can draw a comparison to, ROH, and that thing is dead.
On the club, yeah. Other than the hardcore fans,
Yeah.
That's the thing, right? Like because Warner Brothers, they had the top franchise. It wasn't AEW, it was NBA.
Yes,
They had
yes.
NBA on TNT and all those TBS. Basically, NBA didn't re-up with Warner Brothers, even though they apparently had some sort of rights to match the deal. They still chose, was it Amazon or
Amazon Prime? Yes.
Yeah, Amazon Prime. So NBA saw that streaming is the next generation, the way to go. They're gonna put all their chips in the basket for Amazon. Right now, what other like flagship franchise they have? I think probably AEW is like one of the only other options that they have. I think it's in their best interest, Warner Brothers, to keep something.
Yep.
So
but
AEW will be there still.
But keeping a thing that's sort of limping along, that's bringing in 600-700, it seems like they've hit their cap. They've hit their now it doesn't fall below this number, but it doesn't go above that number anymore, and that's around 700-800.
Yeah. And last week we mentioned briefly that there's this leaked photo of Shane McMahon with Tony Khan. Like, what can cause them to have a resurgence? Because we've seen WWE on WWE side, right?
Yeah.
Having a great, compelling storyline, change of character like Roman Reigns Tribal Chief created that interest. What about AEW?
Here's the thing. It's not just one. It's multiple storylines that you're invested in, and that we've said this from day one. That's the problem with AEW. They have not created any homegrown stars. They are doing the exact same thing WCW did, bringing in ex-WWE guys, letting them do whatever they want, giving them. I remember I read an interview with Dolph Ziggler of all people, and the reason he didn't sign with, or not the reason, but he did mention that Tony Khan promised him creative freedom. You can do whatever you want, be as creative as you want. So we've talked about for some people it works. It's your MJFs and your CM Punks. But for a lot of people, it doesn't work because.
So what did Ziggler say then in why he turned it down?
I don't recall exactly, but I did see that he mentioned that line where he was offered full creative freedom, and I have to imagine that a lot of people have that same promise lah.
Then that's the problem, right? Okay, if you tell me, I got full creative freedom, but then the other guy also got full creative freedom. So whose creative freedom wins out then if they have a butting of heads?
That's why you got cliques. That's why you have this problem of, this group of wrestlers always do business together because they think along the same wavelength. Whereas, you have the Young Bucks and this crew, they only work with each other because they like to wrestle a certain style. So you get problems like that, right?
And is that why we have issues like Britt Baker fighting with MJF?
Yes. So Britt Baker, who's in one of the main feuds right now, one of the arguably more hot feuds, right, going up against Sasha Banks, Mercedes Moné, and now she's been suspended for a week, or is it 2 weeks? I forget.
2 weeks, but I think she's back on TV already this past week.
Yeah, it's fine. It's not going to be a huge thing, but it's so dumb. We've said this before. Tony Khan needs to step in and be a leader and say, okay, I'm going to fine you, but you're still going to be on TV because I need you to build this story to all in. A lot, he's just, we've said this before. And just to jump back to the whole Shane McMahon thing, right? Don't you love the timing of the leaked photo? The timing, it was right before the next episode after Blood and Guts, right? Everything they can do to try to pop a rating because they are in negotiations. It's so obvious to me.
Yeah.
They leaked this photo so that people will be like, oh my God, is Shane McMahon going to show up? But guess what? Their ratings didn't go up.
Well,
That
yeah,
much.
yeah.
You know, it's like cheap ploys. They keep teasing the free agency market. Oh, you might see this person, instead of building a connection with the fans and getting people excited to see their homegrown wrestlers.
Yeah. You do have great homegrown people that you can
Yes.
build around. Like, to me, Britt Baker should still be a cornerstone, should be a big deal.
Yep.
I know they're gonna lose out on Ricky Starks. What a shame. But like,
MJF.
Wardlow, MJF, freaking bro, there are people that they can build around, but they need to make them or treat them like the biggest deal ever, so that every time they appear on camera, whoa, okay, I wanna tune in to see what they do, right?
Bro, we've seen them drop the ball on Swerve. Immediately after he wins, he has a fucking like back and forth match on Dynamite with Kyle Fletcher. Like, what are you doing? That's your world champion.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they're highlighting Kyle Fletcher so much. He had a match with MJF as well.
Bro,
I know
he's friends with
Will Ospreay.
and therefore, do you not like, you see it, right?
Yeah,
it's
it's
like,
very obvious. It's like my kawan lah. I want to highlight my friend lah.
Yeah, like it's so obvious, and it's like this all friends wrestling, you know?
Yeah. When I read the report on the Britt Baker, right, if you read it, you will really laugh. You think this one is like some high school drama, like kena go to detention and they try to explain to the teacher what happened. Like, I feel bad because MJF should be WWE, like in my opinion.
Yeah.
Remember, he was playing them both, like, say, the War of 2024. Bro, he should have gone to WWE, bro. Like, I feel he could be right now where Cody is right now. He could have been in Cody's position in 5 years' time in WWE.
And one more thing about the whole Shane McMahon thing, right? Like, they tried to make it out to be this was some meeting that they planned and everything. Wasn't it the case where he was just at the same airport and they decided, hey, let's have a, impromptu meeting lah, and then somebody freaking took a photo?
Was it Mercedes Marne that took the photo?
Yes, it was basically like her, like, hey, Tony Khan wants to, have a chat with you, because obviously Mercedes knows Shane McMahon from WWE, right? And I'm sure that Shane is not going to say no. And if he, in fact, is trying to get back in the WWE, maybe he's also doing a bit of leveraging. You never know, right? Like, let this photo go out a bit and then see what happens.
I don't know whether you saw the quote, but apparently Shane McMahon actually provided a quote to Baba Ray Dudley on the Busted Open Radio. Apparently Busted Open Radio or Baba himself reached out directly to Shane. It's like, hey, can you give a comment on this photo? And if you look into the internet there, he did provide some quotes, he said like, I've taken some time away from WWE, currently not signed or affiliated with the company, and then I got reached out to by Tony Khan. It's only fair. I took a meeting and then we caught up and talk about basically how we are both like our challenges as being part of like a what's the word? I don't know what the exact term that he used, but basically how they bonded over the fact that Tony Khan has a billionaire father, and then Shane also has a billionaire father, and living up to that shadow, that kind of thing.
Bro, I was taking a shower, right? And I literally came up with the perfect faction or name for them, bro. Hear me out, bro. Hear me out. Wait. TFK. They can call themselves the new faction TFK.
Okay.
Trust Fund Kids.
Ooh.
And then got TK in there, Tony Khan. TFK. Then it can be like a whole VKM.
All the synonyms, all the acronyms, all coming out already, bro.
Then Shane McMahon bring back Pete Gas and who Joey?
Fucking Winstreet Posse, bro. Yeah, you're right. That's the first thing that came to my mind as well. Like, fuck, they should be the Trust Fund Kids. Yes.
They are literally the Trust Fund Kids as well. And just make them I'm joking, obviously. So just to put a bow on it, I don't think it amounts to anything. They've just probably had a meeting. Shane McMahon's very happy out of the limelight, I would think. Yeah. And if he does want to come back, I don't think WWE is going to say no, hard no. You know?
He strikes me as the guy that still has a chip on his shoulder even after all these years.
Sure.
He probably, to a certain extent, wasn't happy with how, like his father.
Yeah.
Not only took him out of the company because his father fired him, right?
Yep.
After the whole Royal Rumble shenanigans, but also how his family name per se might have been dragged in the mud with whatever his father has done.
Yep.
So it's like a mixture of I'm embarrassed about my father, but I also feel why people disrespect our family name, and that he wants to prove something. So how that plays out is going to be very interesting to see. Does he want to prove himself back in WWE? Does he want to create something for himself as a challenger brand?
I
To
think, okay,
challenge the people. I don't know.
the problem here they have is that the McMahon name is quite tarnished at this point. There's still the lawsuit, sexual misconduct lawsuit that's going on. Then the question, if he does come back, will be, hey, did you know, blah, blah, blah. Like, I think bringing him back to, like for example, let's say Tony Khan signs him to AEW, right? Whatever capacity, I think that it's a huge corporate mistake as well, because let's not forget, the whole reason AEW rose to prominence was a fuck you to McMahon. Like, we don't like your product. You are mistreating our wrestlers. So there's a new upstart that's going to promise to do right by all our favorite performers, right?
Yep.
Like an anti-McMahon vibe. And then now you want to bring in a McMahon with your millions and millions. It's like the tables have completely turned. The whole reason of the raison d'etre. I don't know if you've been in corporate meetings before, but they always throw that. What is our raison d'etre? Like our reason for being. The whole reason of being right, for AEW is we are the anti-McMahon. It's like, what if someone had billions of dollars that wasn't a McMahon to run a wrestling business and let our favorite wrestlers do what they want to do?
Yeah, but
and now you bring in a McMahon who has so much baggage, like it's not Shane who has the issues, but people will invariably ask. So all the attention now gets focused on an ex-WWE guy. You know what I mean? So instead of building new stars, to me, it's a lose-lose situation. And plus, we know their booking will be balls, so it's a waste of money anyway.
My problem is like having AEW exist is a good thing because of like we all understand why having some competition is great, so that the market doesn't just get swallowed up by this one big conglomerate, right?
Yeah, so it's not monopolized, that people have an option to go to AEW, TNA.
Yeah, but again, like they need to make both companies attractive. When I say attractive, meaning like not just, I got more rest dates, I got creative freedom, but like I really feel that I can chart out my entire career here in AEW, right? Like I can come in, train, start off as a young guy, be guided, be mentored, build up through the ranks, and then become a champion. Like have a full, they always say holistic overall career in just one company, right?
Just come in, be friends with the Young Bucks, and you're good to go. And never improve. Not be any good.
That's my problem, right? Like if any guy who wants to kind of like build a legacy, it's not enough to just do it 100% AEW right now, because I feel like you don't grow. Like, okay, Darby Allin, best example, right? Love him, have so much potential. Every time he steps in the ring with like people better than him, like a CM Punk, whoever it is, he improves, right? But now Sting is gone, CM Punk is gone. His ceiling is just there.
He's just the guy that jumps off shit, does dangerous shit. That's it. He will never get better in terms of how his ability to draw money. And here's the thing. It's not necessarily... easy for me to say. Not necessarily his goal in life, maybe. He's just a free spirit like Jeff Hardy, and a free spirit, do whatever he wants. That's fine, right? But then he cannot be your pillar already. He cannot be the guy you put all your entire promotion on, right? So then who's going to be that guy? MJF? You are very quickly running out of people to hang your company on.
Yeah, they are like right now in the ruthless aggression era where like top stars are gone. They really need to establish their John Cena, Batista equivalent or like their new top guys. They're trying, and that's interesting to see everything play out. And in the backdrop, this whole Warner Brother deal, this re-upping, those are the things that's gonna really play a lot of part in what happens to AEW, whether they still survive in the next couple of years. It's really just that, lah.
Yeah, and once again, I really do want them to be around, to be a viable option for these wrestlers. They just need, unfortunately, they just need to step up, and they cannot continually, do what they're doing and expect to be around 5 years later. The money, Shad Khan will say no more. Like, no more. I'm not funding this pet project of yours at some point. And if Tony doesn't understand or doesn't realize it, then, well, GG liao lor.
Yeah. The pendulum swings. It continues to swing. 3 years ago, AEW was the hottest thing, 2021. I still remember very clearly.
Because it was the alternative. It was the thing that, and it helps that WWE booking was dog shit at the time too.
Yeah, but now WWE is swung back into relevance.
Yep.
Bro, it's bigger than it's ever been. You can
my
see
goodness.
on social media. Fuck, bro, I have people who I've never talked to for years.
Yeah.
They know about us in the podcast. They were like, hey, fine, like, hey, wrestling I hear very good now. And I'm like,
Yeah.
bro,
Hey,
who the
Rock,
fuck are you?
yeah, Rock come back, Roman come back. Like, I get that all the time as well. Wait. You're saying that Jeff Jarrett versus Bryan Danielson wasn't a huge deal? That was the main event of Dynamite, bruh.
Oh man, I mean,
I didn't watch that shit because I don't care about Jeff Jarrett or Bryan Danielson anymore.
That's the thing, right? But you care about American Made and Wyatt 6.
Yes,
right?
Which is how crazy is that, right? Like you're talking about Bryan Danielson, one of the best in-ring workers ever. Jeff Jarrett, he's from a different generation already, but he still has that cachet, right? He's a name. But it totally was not on anybody's radar.
Again, like some people say sometimes it's fine. I just want to have matches with different people and dream opponents and that kind of stuff. And some people say, why you care so much about storytelling? But then I think back to myself, and maybe this is our biasness or my biasness, but to me, storytelling trumps the wrestling part. Like, I cannot enjoy the wrestling if the storytelling is not fun.
Yep.
But I can enjoy bad wrestling if the storytelling is good.
That's the perfect way to put it, bro. Then that is exactly it. That is exactly it. Yeah. I always draw the example, because we cannot compare AEW and W. No, I'm just kidding. I always draw the example of watching a Transformers movie. You know? Like, you can have all the robot violence orgy all you want, but the movie still balls. It's still shit because it's a shit story. You know? So at the end, when all these Autobots and Decepticons are dismembering each other, it's like, oh, it's cool, I guess, but why do I care that so-and-so just got cut in half?
Bro, Avengers Endgame was technically a CGI fest, right?
Yeah. Oh, but you cared about Steve Rogers, you cared about Iron Man because they built those characters after so many years.
Yeah, exactly. So, man, again, like we haven't even started talking about WWE this past week, but we are basically reviewing the fallout from SummerSlam and like whatever happened on Raw, NXT, SmackDown. Oh man, Raw was an amazing show, just my opinion, right off the bat.
Yeah.
Damn.
They've somehow made a 3-hour show that used to be a slog watchable. Which is kind of crazy, right? Okay. What were your main takeaways? So obviously we wanted to see the fallout between Mami and Dom and all that kind of stuff, right? We got we got the payoff. We got the reward for watching. This is literally they're training you, right? They're like, the bad thing happened on Sunday. Let's see what happens on Raw. And they give you the payoff. They even though the story is still happening, they beat up the Judgment Day, they ran them off. So at least you feel a little sense of like, okay, maybe next week I'll get more of a payoff. It's conditioning. It's conditioning your audience to expect the adrenaline rush of watching the show, you know?
Yeah, and that's what I used to feel when I watched WWE Raw back in the day, right?
Yep. Attitude era.
Even if it like the Raw is like in the middle of a pay-per-view month, haven't even built to the pay-per-view yet.
Yeah.
But there's something there, you will still watch it, you still enjoy it, and then it still continues the story.
Yeah. I mean, a big happening is always interesting if you need to quote-unquote pop ratings. Yes, everybody does it, right? But once again, it's better when there was a story around it all along.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, and we start off with Gunther
Oh, yeah.
coming out to the ring, starting off the night, and we were like, oh, wow, Gunther's great. And they're clearly moving on from Damien because Damien going on his side quest with Finn, right?
Yep. And it's a great way that they set this up because Damien doesn't look like a chump for abandoning his world title quest because he actually has a personal quest to go on now. You know what I mean?
It's great. It makes a lot of sense. But very interestingly, bro, they brought back somebody who technically has unfinished business with Gunther, even though he's from another show.
Right. So, okay, they brought back Randy Orton. And we all remember King of the Ring, right? Like, the finals, the weird, didn't pin him properly. The shoulders weren't down.
It was a botch, right?
Yeah, it was a botch. Yeah, but they turned it into a point of contention. So it's like, all right, and see, now we have a main event at Bash at Berlin, which is interesting because, okay, I feel like Bash at Berlin is a glorified house show at this point. Because if you look at the other title match as well, it's like, oh, okay. KO versus Cody. That seems like an exhibition match more than anything.
Yeah, the way it was built up also like a exhibition match on SmackDown. But back to Randy, right? Bro, I know for a fact this is gonna be a banger regardless, right?
Yeah, for sure.
The first time they fought, I was like, yeah, man, this was an awesome match, best match on the card that day. And then I already said like, bro, they need to have a rematch based on whatever happened, right?
Yes.
But do you think, this is my only point of contention, do you think they explain enough why Randy managed to get this title shot even though he was from SmackDown?
No, actually, that's a very good point. I just know that he came over. We remember the King of the Ring, so yes, he has a bone of contention. But yeah, legally, how did he cross brands? Right, that's the question.
Yeah. There was just one minor segment backstage where I think Adam Pearce was on the phone and he was like, "Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks for cutting this deal. I got him over." But like, I just feel it wasn't strong enough, and I wish that Randy mentioned it during his promo because he talked about how everybody saw the botch, right? Even Triple H realized that there was a mistake. That's why I've been bidding my time and I asked Triple H for a favor and he owes me one. So here I am collecting my check. I wish he referenced something to justify that logic.
Yeah. No, that's a good point. That's a good point. Just for the sake of continuity. But does it feel like we're nitpicking?
It is nitpicking. Yeah. It doesn't take away from how awesome this match. Well,
here's the thing. It's nitpicking if it's good, but we're picking on them if it's bad. I feel. You know what I mean? If the story was just some bullshit and just for no reason and we nitpick like that, it seems like we are bashing them. But the thing is, it's something we want to watch, so we close one eye. Anyway, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like I wouldn't have done it like that, but like I'm still gonna watch.
Yeah.
And I'm still excited for it.
I'll give you an example. Deadpool and Wolverine, everyone has watched by now, right? Even Marvel has been posting spoilers left and right and center.
Yeah.
I still maintain that is a really strong story of a person who feels like he's hit his peak in life and he's looking like, Deadpool is trying to join the Avengers, but he feels like he has something to prove, right? He doesn't feel like he's made it, and I feel like there's that underlying tone that a lot of people miss because it was such a funny, freaking fun movie, right? You've watched it, right?
Of course.
Yeah. So I think some people have said that, the story was just kind of meh, but it was just a whole bunch of fun. I think that we give it a pass because of how really, really fun it was. Like, you know what I mean?
And Marvel hasn't been fun for quite a while, so it's like almost like a relief,
Yeah. So we like close one eye at some of the logic loopholes and go, fuck it lah. I want to see, Channing. I want to see friggin' Electra, whatever.
I'm gonna make a name for myself. Bro, I cannot even do that accent.
Bro got two memes. He got my name Jip, and now I'm gonna make a name for myself. Yeah, I also can't do the Cajun accent.
Bro, the one he walked in, they call me the Gambit, the double blah. And then everyone thought it was from, Hotel Transylvania.
Blah, blah, blah.
Blah, 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 blah.
No, but that's apparently a legit Cajun accent. We just don't know like what it is because we're not familiar with it, right? And Deadpool's retort always cracks me up.
Yeah.
Who's your dialect coach? The Minions?
It's so good. Okay. But again, I get it, right? Like, so that's why I feel like, bro, like we almost forgot about Randy. Like, even Gunther said it in his interview, in his segment. He said like, you caught me off guard. Like, I didn't think I was gonna be caught off guard, but you caught me off guard. So like, it's almost the WWE has so much depth, right? That they can make us forget about this storyline and then bring it back to relevance when the right time arises, which is now.
Yes, exactly. No, so it's going to be interesting in Berlin because technically Gunther will be the face. So how does that work? Because I'm surprised that they gave him a face challenger in Randy. So it's almost like a face versus face match. But ultimately, I think the hometown crowd. Well, then again, hold on. Isn't Gunther Austrian and not German?
Nah, Germans and Austrians, they all embrace each other.
Okay.
So it's technically it's his home country.
Okay, sure. We'll go with that. But yeah, it's an interesting setup, don't you think? That now you technically have two faces. Because Gunther is not a face, but he's gonna be a face at home.
it's probably gonna be like a bit of like a Bret Hart and a British Bulldog scenario
Oh,
where technically yes, Bret Hart was wrestling as the de facto foreigner
yeah.
at Wembley Stadium, but like
Mm.
everyone still respects Bret Hart.
I see.
Same vibes, lah, probably.
Okay, okay. I mean,
Yeah.
it's cool that they're going. Anyway, like you mentioned, lah, we already saw this match. It was a banger. We know there's an unsettled score, so I think it works.
Yeah. And clearly Gunther's gonna win. But
Mm.
it gives a huge great start to his title
Mm.
reign by beating a future Hall of Famer in Randy Orton.
Yeah. Okay, I have to say this, right? Never did I think that I would give a shit about JD McDonough.
Okay.
You know, like how crazy is
Yeah.
this, right? Like JD McDonough spent a lot of time on NXT. I was watching NXT during that time, and they tried to introduce him as this like cerebral guy, but it just didn't work for me.
Yeah.
And then now, like that promo, because was it the main event or one of the matches was Priest versus
Yeah.
McDonough, right? And then he cut this promo about like you never wanted me in the Judgment Day, blah blah. I was like, oh shit. No, they had the whole like backstage produced promo, and I got into it. I was like, I got into a JD McDonough promo. Okay, wow.
Yeah, I mean that's the strength of their promo and their scripted work, right?
Yeah.
Like I think the second segment was Damian Priest coming out
Yep.
and like calling out the Judgment Day, telling them all the shit. And bro, we talk about how Finn Balor sometimes has been reduced to being a background player. Sometimes he
Yep.
comes in and out of relevance, but that promo he cut.
Yes. You see, he's that guy that will just sit there quietly until he needs to be the guy. You know what I mean? I feel like he's very cool, very chill with just, okay, I let yours shine first. Oh, but now it's my turn. Okay, come. I will fucking drop the bomb. Yeah.
I think he's like a great asset player. Like he's the guy, like
Yeah.
in football we call him the 13th man lah. Or I
Right.
would say, that guy, that super sub, like he's
Super
the
sub,
squad,
yeah.
that squad player, but he will still come in and like
Mm.
affect the games when you need him.
Yeah, he
He's
might
that
not
guy.
be the star player, but like, somehow your stars are not feeling it today. You sub him in and he freaking gets the job done.
Yeah. Ooh,
Yeah,
I'm about
he's-
Manu. I can't say those. trying to say.
I'm about
trying
to
to
make a
say.
name for myself. Oh god, that meme. Okay,
Make a
anyway.
name for myself. Yeah.
Yeah. So you got that. And then
Yeah.
you also, I mean, there was a bunch of filler too, lah. Let's be real, lah. It's still 3 hours,
They didn't do the Liv Morgan, Dom Mysterio's promo to explain the actions yet.
See, they are dragging it out. They know he has nuclear heat. Like, I love the memes online. He's like a heel that turned even more heel somehow.
Yeah,
But
yeah. It's so good.
they are, because they already had other stuff. They know they are so good at spacing this out, right?
Yeah.
So let's not give the audience the chance to boo Dom yet. Let's wait till
Yeah.
next week. Just like on Spec now, let's give you a teaser only. This fella come out, don't talk anything, just stand there, look, just exude aura and then fuck off.
Yeah, I love it. So like, it's an opportunity, right? It's an opportunity for Finn Balor to step up,
Yep.
become a top guy again. It's an opportunity for Dom to like become like the second in command with Liv Morgan.
Yep.
Bro, it's even an opportunity for JD McDonough to showcase himself
Yeah.
and Carlito as well. So
Carlito is just the comedy relief now. And this he's just back there.
Carlito is Judgment Day's Tonga Loa, bro.
Oh my god. Do we want
Let me talk about it in the sports match in a bit.
Okay, but yeah, okay, Raw, what else really jumped out at you other than the main event? So the main event, they did it because it was the anniversary of the Wyatt family's debut as well, right?
Yeah, apparently at the same town as well. If I
Oh,
believe.
okay, there you go.
Yeah. I can't remember exactly what's the town.
Yeah, I don't know if they planned it on purpose or it just so happens to be, coincidental, but whatever it was.
Do you
yeah.
think Wyatt 6 doing the main event of Raw was the better option than instead of having them on SummerSlam?
Yes. Oh, no, 100%, because that feud, quote unquote, right? It's like a B tier establishment feud, like of the group, they are not ready, I don't think, for a featured like SummerSlam match yet, right? You need to start. They're very smart about it, WWE right now. For the most part, okay, it's not like all 100%. Oh, they're going to great stuff, but for the most part, they understand that let's build these guys up first. Let's actually have them perform in the ring first. And we finally got to see. Like, we remember we asked the question: are they going to perform with their mask? Is it going to be a weird thing? Can you imagine all their matches with red lights? Remember the Fiend?
Dear God, no,
Right?
no.
Thankfully, they abandoned all that. It's just all the smoke and mirrors as they come out. But when they wrestle, they just they just wrestle lah. They take off their mask and shit and they wrestle.
Yeah, and once it took off their mask, right? Like
Mm.
it didn't remove their aura.
Nope.
I think, bro, like Dexter Loomis really is a different person.
Yeah.
Looks fucking scary and like
Okay, honestly, I really like Dexter Loomis's like old persona where he's clean shaven but he looks like some sort of a maniac because he has no expression. But like he looks deranged as well. Interesting, huh? Nikki Cross didn't take off her mask. Or like I don't like I don't know how they're gonna play it. I'm still interested to see. But like I said, at least they had the match and they had a bit of a payoff in that what was it? American Made got their comeuppance. I don't know what this means for American Made because I also am very high on the Creed brothers and Chad Gable.
Of course. And you talk about like your fears that, are they going to be hokey? But like seeing this match and seeing how they perform as a trio, what do you think of that?
I'm a little less worried than I was before. I think that, I think it will work lah. And plus, let's not forget, right, that they are they are a throwback to a wrestler that we all miss, right?
Yeah.
So they are the next evolution of Bray Wyatt, as it were. So they will always have that cachet. They will not have it forever, So at some point, they need to start telling their own stories, and they can't rely on that connection with Bray Wyatt anymore.
Yeah, because bro, they managed to turn Vicky Guerrero heels. Yeah, I mean, So I mean, I think in the future, I think they will probably be able to detach from Bray Wyatt. But right now, I think it's this Bray Wyatt remembrance tour in a way through the Wyatt Six.
Exactly, right? It's a way to get them over as personalities first, and then after that, start building stories. And there are so many betrayal, like Judgment Day. The next logical feud is the Judgment Day, and that is the feud that will level them up because Judgment Day are like A-tier heels right now.
Yeah. My only hope, and I want to be proven wrong, is that can Bo Dallas go up to that main event status, that Bray Wyatt used to experience? Because we remember him from being a fucking the B team.
The B team.
And fucking Bo Leaf.
Bro, like, hear me out, bro.
Yeah.
Who is the most hated heel on Raw right now?
Dominic Mysterio.
Yes. His storyline involves betrayal and stabbing family in the back. Imagine Nikki Cross and Bo Dallas versus Liv Morgan and Dominic. Imagine Liv having a challenge. I know Rhea needs to get her comeuppance first, right? So that's gonna happen first. But Nikki versus Liv. Like, or suddenly, like, Dominic and Liv are like just doing whatever they're doing. Maybe they beat up Rhea and then suddenly the lights go out and then the Wyatt Six target them next. Like, imagine the pop then.
Oh, I can't wait, man. I mean, there's that just having them there opens up so many possibilities.
Yes.
We haven't even talked about the freaking IC title picture.
Yes.
We haven't even talked about Drew, CM Punk, fucking Bronson Reed.
See, that's the thing. They are right now. There's just so much good stuff going on. Like, you tend to forget, right? Yeah. But yes, so and we talked about it before. The fucking bracelet is more important than some of their titles.
Yeah, fucking they make it sound like it's like somebody put a comment like this one is more important than the Ring of Mordor from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, exactly right.
Chasing for it.
And on the other show, it's a necklace. More important than the title.
Yeah. And I know we kind of like left our mind, but bro, what about that Bronson Reed attack on Seth Rollins?
Where he like basically splashed him into oblivion. So okay, that's a way to write off Seth. Apparently he has a lot of nagging injuries. But also it's a great way to take him out of that three-way feud without him leaving it for no reason. Now he's injured. And then when he comes back, he will want revenge on Bronson Reed. So he can stay away. So now you have Seth versus CM Punk lined up for when? WrestleMania, bro. They've already penned that in, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. And they can go along their way and do a one-on-one match. Punk and McIntyre even go all the way to Bad Blood. But Bronson Reed now is going to be this guy on a rampage. And who is currently a rampaging guy that is holding the IC title?
Braun Breaker. Well, do you want to put them together so fast? I don't think so.
Not that fast, but what I'm saying is like we have a lot of immovable objects who,
Oh,
if they were to come in the ring together, it's gonna be a big deal.
yes. And you can build that up, right? Like, don't put them together yet. Like, immovable object versus the unstoppable force
Yeah,
match.
and people were talking about, what if Sami Zayn loses his momentum? But backstage on Raw, he was like being cheered up by Jey Uso, so we know
Yes.
that is splintering into its own like little tag team
Yep.
title run thing that's gonna happen between them.
And Judgment Day need a legit, opponent
Competitor, yeah.
competitors for the tag team title. So it makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, so like, bro, just Raw is just firing on all cylinders. Like every single storyline kind of have some sort of heat. So not even worried about watching Raw. And that's also the reason why we're doing this podcast on a Monday, because I feel like if you do it on our usual time on Tuesday, something might happen, bro, and we wouldn't have time to comment.
Yeah, and we would miss it, right? Because this is a recorded episode. So yeah, like that's a good thing to feel about a television show. Like, oh, I really want to watch, and it's great leading into next year because they're going to be on Netflix. Can you imagine us being able to just load up our Netflix and watch it?
Ooh. I'm not going to make a name for myself. Yeah.
God damn.
I can't stop it.
Let's quickly... Okay, anything else you want to bring up about CM Punk and Drew McIntyre? Your boy.
No.
Talk about your boy.
No, I'm more happy to talk about him when his storyline is like the main storyline, but there was so many things happening.
Yeah.
I'm fine with his response from losing. He seems fine, and it's not over, man. Drew and him. I wonder whether they're gonna stretch it out or like still have a second match at Bash at Berlin. That's also maybe a question that I might ask.
Bad Blood lah. It's literally titled Bad Blood, so it's gotta be at Bad Blood, right?
Yeah, you gotta do it at Bad Blood. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, let's very quickly jump to SmackDown. So you got I don't know what it is. It was Jade and Bianca away for a while. It feels like they were chilling out for a while, but them being back was a thing.
Yeah.
Naomi joining them. I guess Blair Davenport is friends with the witches now.
Yeah. I don't know what's their name, Fire and Ice or something.
They're trying to brew something, pun not intended. Brew something up there, but I'm still a bit like, if anything, I will criticize WWE about, it's that they've cooled off tremendously with Bianca and Jade. For whatever reason, they've kind of dropped the ball a little bit. I don't know if it's a booking thing or a them thing, but yeah.
I don't know, but maybe they are just trying to put them on chase mode or while building up other people in the division. Because let's be fair, if they were the champions holding the title, a bit unbelievable. Like there's no one legitimate. So I think maybe it makes a lot of sense to kind of build up another team so that they can be the one challenging.
But I mean, we all know that the end goal is to have Bianca and Jade face each other, right? So like, where are the seeds? There were some seeds, but like they kind of abandoned it. So I really wonder what is going on there. Maybe they decided Jade really wasn't ready.
Yeah. Speaking of people who are not ready, bro, the first segment between Cody Rhodes coming out and like bringing out Kevin Owens and then like Solo Sikoa, bro, the way he shit on Solo Sikoa saying that, hey bro, your time over already, like, you go back to the back of the line. Fucking funny, yeah.
I mean, okay lah. Solo. To be fair, he's probably one of the better wrestlers among the brothers, Jimmy and Jay. Like, he actually lays his shit in.
Yeah. Solo did a good job at SummerSlam, I feel. But I just think that the prospect of Roman returning just completely overshadowed the match, unfortunately.
It did, Roman cast such a massive shadow that it was bound to happen.
Yep.
But at least he got that highlight, right? So, okay, SmackDown, we had, before we get to the, our favorite part of SmackDown.
Yeah.
You know what's my favorite part of SmackDown, don't you?
Well, definitely not anything Austin Theory related, right?
Oh no, that one poor thing, boring. No, I mean we had LA Knight come out, new music, new gear, ring gear, so that's pretty cool, right?
Yeah. I'm happy that he's gonna be on TV, having the title, defending it regularly. I know Santos Escobar seems to be the guy next in line with Andrade.
Yep.
Okay, it's fine. Let them do their thing. Let LA Knight be that centerpiece guy.
Carmelo is in the mix somewhere as well.
Yeah, so it's all fine, right?
Yeah.
And I know people were making jokes about how Cody Rhodes is so afraid of Roman Reigns that he chooses his own challenger.
He's like, okay, Kevin. I don't know what to say about that. It feels a little bit weird to me. Like, the jokes aside, right? Like, it's like, you get to choose your own opponent, you give it your best friend. Like, I don't know, man. Like, and Okay, so does this also give Randy a reason to be pissed off? Because like, what you give to Kevin Owens, what you never give me? I also your friend, what? I also help you, what? You know, and then thus starting the whole Cody versus Randy thing
They did
in the
reference
future.
Randy getting the title shot with Gunther. Do you hear
Oh, did
backstage?
they? I must have
So
missed it.
yeah, so basically, backstage, right? I think KO they were talking to Nick Aldis, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then KO say like, I don't want lah, I don't want. Nick Aldis was like, yeah, it's fine. I actually wanted to talk to Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns should get the first rematch. Then he was like, hey, I say I don't want doesn't mean Roman
Oh
gets it,
no,
you know?
yeah, I saw that. Okay, to me, what was weird is Kevin Owens not wanting a title shot. Like he's literally the prize fighter. The WWE title is the biggest prize.
Yeah,
Why are you not like to me that felt weird.
Suddenly he said he doesn't deserve it.
Yeah,
that kind of
like
thing.
huh? Like okay, he doesn't have to go full on heel and go yeah fuck Cody, I should be the champion. But he can be like hell yeah, I want it. Let's have a great match. Blah blah. Like do the whole friendly match thing
Yeah.
lah. Yeah, to me, him not wanting it was very weird.
For me, I feel like if right now look at it from a booker's perspective, right? With Roman turning babyface, there's a bit too much baby faces right now.
Yep.
On Raw. On SmackDown as well.
Yeah, and the heel side of things is not very strong because yes, you have Solo Sikoa, but his group is
It's comprising of Tonga Loa.
Can we talk about my guy? No, Tonga Loa is my guy. I acknowledge fuck off with Roman Reigns, Fias. Don't hate me. But I acknowledge Tonga Loa. Bro, don't even know how to hold a title properly.
He like that to the side, right? He
Yeah.
think Alexa Bliss like that.
Like, what's going on, bro?
Bro,
Have you not held a title before?
Bro, the eye patch has really leveled him up, bro. I think he become a grade A One Piece villain, bro. Like, just have his eyesight gone, bro. He cannot focus straight anymore.
He's literally like, oh my god, just thinking about his highlight reel is cracking me up. I really wonder at this point, are they going, fuck, let's lean into it. Like, dude, it's just unintentional humor. He's memeing out there. People are gonna share this shit all the way from his New Japan. Like, someone shared it on our Discord. I don't believe you've never seen this before. The thing where he's with Okada, right?
He was doing the chop, but it was like dancing.
Like he never touched him. Like, and then Okada, to his credit, was like, but it looks so hokey because of the angle.
Yeah. Oh man.
And then the 619 that he like kind of fumbles. And then, of course, all the WWE stuff.
Nothing beats his fucking low blow tap to the ass. That one will be the classic. That one is gonna be the one that's living in everyone's memory. That's his. That one is his Titus O'Neil sliding under the ring moment.
Bro, and then the turnbuckle. I've never seen somebody carry someone to the turnbuckle and miss. I literally, in all my years of watching wrestling, have never seen somebody miss like that. Even Cody was like, what the fuck? Why am I in the ropes?
The rope. Remember this movie? Is it The Other Guys? The one with Samuel L. Jackson and The Rock. And then they were both of them were playing like cops, and then they were FBI cops. They were standing on top of the building. And then they were like, they're looking down, and then the person they were chasing rappelled down.
Yeah.
So they look at each other. It's like, you know what I'm thinking, partner? Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Aim for the bushes. Yeah, let's aim for the bushes. And then they literally just jump and just died. You know about that? You know about that scene?
No, I don't know what movie this is.
Bro, you have to watch. Okay, it's The Other Guys. It's starring Will Ferrell in it, Mark Wahlberg. And like Samuel L. Jackson and The Rock were like cameos. But they were this like brash, confident, like alpha male.
Then they just jump like and they die.
They're like, fuck it, like, I'm gonna jump because I'm such a big deal. Yeah. And then when they jump, and then they played Hero by Foo Fighters. There goes my hero. They jump, aim for the bushes, and then the camera just followed them as if there's some bushes there, but there wasn't. They just jump and they just died. That's what I was thinking of when Tonga Loa did that, bro.
Oh god. Okay, I'm looking like suddenly Tonga Loa is a draw to me. Unintentional physical humor. He's like Mr. Bean.
He's the Kalito of the bloodline. But yeah, okay, back to my main point. The point I'm trying to make is there's not enough heels.
Yeah.
They need to balance it out. So maybe Kevin Owens turning heel might not be such a bad idea.
Yeah, true. But is he gonna be like the Big Show? Like he go heel face so many times to a point where it's like, okay, enough, right?
Yeah. I don't know. No one can beat Big Show. Big Show turns heel so many times, forget already.
So yeah, I mean, okay, so Roman Reigns, the main event, Roman Reigns like comes out, confronts Solo, doesn't say nothing. We all know why, right? The point is, so you have to watch next week because
Yeah.
the vibe is still, the aura is still there. You're like, oh shit, he's back. Yeah.
My question is same as what I said previously, right? Are they gonna pull the trigger on Bash at Berlin? Like Drew and CM Punk, are they gonna wait until Bad Blood
Bro,
or even
no.
Survivor Series?
I think Bad Blood and Survivor Series is where it's going down. And we talked about it. The thing about the WWE right now, they have so many other matches that could happen. Wyatt 6 versus American Made is now a contender for a match in one of those pay-per-views leading PLEs leading to Survivor Series, right?
Yeah. Even if you want to argue Bash at Berlin is gonna be like a B show,
Yeah.
but is it really?
No,
The crowd.
The crowd will elevate it again, like they've done with France and Puerto Rico.
Backlash. Yeah. So like, bro, the Germans with an Austrian guy at the main event.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. It's
I'm sure
like
Kaiser will have a match lah. Maybe Kaiser versus Braun Breaker at isn't Kaiser legit German?
yeah, Kaiser is German.
Yeah.
And
Kaiser
then we got,
versus Braun Breaker. There's your intercontinental match.
yeah. Speaking of which, they did a vignette. They bringing back Vinci, bro.
Another European excellence. Well, he didn't do the European excellence things, but he's doing.
He's
an
bringing
offshoot.
back his NXT gimmick, bro. Remember?
Correct. Yeah. European excellence was his NXT gimmick.
Yeah, him and
Or
his
something like that.
model-like looks, and people were saying like he went from Imperium to Mr. Worldwide.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I was about to say, dude looks like Pitbull lah. Now, Mr. Worldwide.
Bro,
Dale.
his entrance should be, I know you want,
You want me?
Ooh.
You know,
I want you.
You know you want me.
Oh dear God. Okay,
Unos,
yeah.
dos, tres. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah, basically they have a lot of European talents that they can definitely showcase on this pay-per-view for sure.
Exactly. And there you go. That's SmackDown. Even, okay, NXT. Do you know what they're doing with NXT? Because NXT is moving to the CW, right? They're moving networks. And they're taking it on the road for the first few episodes. I mean, they got to go out with a bang. So the first episode, I believe, is at the Allstate Arena in Chicago.
Holy shit, what a big arena, man. CM Punk.
Of course.
And
then the next episode, the second episode on CW is in the St. Louis Arena featuring
Randy Orton.
Yeah.
Walao, bro, they're
going for it lah.
They are just showing off at this point, bro.
Yeah.
Showing off.
And they can. Why not? Why wouldn't you? Like, I hate it when people are like, oh, they're just trying to, pop a rating or flex. Like, yeah, because you can, of course. Why wouldn't you if you can bring Cena and show up in Boston, Massachusetts or Undertaker? Well, actually, where would Undertaker show up?
Dallas.
Dallas, like, whatever, like, you know what I mean? Like, the hometown hero, like,
yeah. And we're not even talking about, like, their current talents. Like, bro, Joe Hendry just did a match in NXT.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
And he did a turning pose, and then he jogged off like he doing an Olympic pole vault like that, bro, over the ring.
Yeah.
Man, so much good shit, man, happening. And the best part is, right, like, I feel compelled to want to keep up with the product.
Yes. It gives us that vibe. We talk about aura, right? Like WWE has the aura right now.
Yeah, Brad. I mean, we're not even talking about the people that just lost their titles. Freaking
bro, I don't believe you actually are out here drinking a Prime or like I have not Prime. Who is the Singapore distributor? Please send Mr. Young some Prime so I can drink it on stream.
We take them later, okay?
But apparently having the Prime logo on the mat works. Look at Foreign, he's drinking a Prime now.
Bro, they sold it to me, bro. I became a converter, bro. Cash converter.
See, like Logan Paul was a good decision. He sold a drink.
Bro, but cheap at $5 for this, bro. I mean, H2O. Can you sponsor us instead?
Where you buy from?
Bro, NTUC, 7-Eleven all have already now, bro.
I thought it's like at $3 at this point.
Bro, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a GST, bro. I think I need my CDC vouchers, bro. Let's go. CDC, sponsor us.
So you can... What are you talking about? You already have CDC vouchers, what? You use that already,
Yeah, cannot buy Prime.
Cannot? Who said cannot?
Bro, CDC voucher only for hawker center and certain supermarkets.
Bro, NTUC is a supermarket. You can use CDC.
Okay. This one I bought from 7-Eleven. To be fair. Why am I showing Prime too much? What's wrong with me?
Yeah, put it down. Okay. Anyway, let's actually. show the folks who are sponsoring the show.
Oh,
instead.
actually sponsoring the podcast. Yes, correct.
Bro, I cannot. I'm losing my mind already. Like I had a very long Sunday morning. I was at the gym at the yoga studio.
You are dying. You're trying to survive, bro.
Bro, I was there at 10 a.m. and it is 6 p.m. right now.
And your last class was what time?
My last class was until 2:30.
Oh dear.
I was there from 10 a.m. to 2:30. And I was throwing my wife around. That sounded very weird, but we started doing like dance lifts and stuff like that, right?
Bro,
and
no judgment, bro. Whatever you want to do in your marriage life, all
hey,
good, bro.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. As a wrestling fan, right? And I know a lot of when I posted on my Insta stories, a few of you actually jumped in my WhatsApp. Hey, don't do sidewalk slam, because I said, bro, I thought of the same. There's this one move. It's a dance move, right? Where you pick up the leg and then you scoop up the hips and then you have her on the side. But I'm like, if I just turn like that and then drop, that's a sidewalk slam, my brother.
Bro, your intrusive thoughts must maintain, huh?
And then
Imagine you lift her up, then you turn it into a fucking power.
Cannot. I separate wrestling from dance.
Okay. Are we supposed to do a shout out to SPW?
Oh yeah. Because we like sidetrack. SPW, lovely sponsors, and in just a bit we're gonna chat with Carl Heller, GM of SPW, as we preview. Yes, we're not done, guys. Okay, Hardcore Island 2 is this upcoming Friday. It's gonna be so much fun, and you could be winning tickets. Just stick around till the end of the episode. You can find out how to win those tickets.
Yeah, man. Stay tuned. We're giving away 2 pairs of tickets. So if you didn't get a chance to win 1 pair, you're going to have another chance to win another pair. So, bro.
And this lineup is going to be incredible as well. And we will preview those matches in just a few moments. We also need to shout out to Lemak, our sponsor. Also, if you are feeling hungry and you're in the mood for some Malay Indonesian cuisine, or you're sedap lah, look at that.
Ooh, loving it. If you're in the area, not only in Arab Street, but also if you stay in the east side in Bedok, they have a hawker center there as well. My favorite dessert from them is the jongkong, but they also have all kinds of cuisine. Also frap as well, bro. They have some frap.
Woo.
So please drop by and go follow them as well.
You like saying that word, huh? Frap. I can't roll my R's, bro.
Yeah, it's so nice to say it. Frap.
Frap. Okay. Frappuccino. All right.
Loving it.
There you go. Okay, it is now time for us to hand things over to ourselves. But I don't believe we just handed things over to ourselves. It's
course.
one of those days. Okay, I'm just channeling my inner Tongaloa. That's what's going on.
No wonder. It's all good, bro. It's all good. Yes, over to the interview, guys.
And hey, joining us on the show today, as promised, SPW GM himself, it's Carl Heller.
Yeah. Carl Heller in the house.
Bro, it's been too long. It's been years since you've been on the podcast, bro. Why so long, brother? What's going on?
I have taken things a bit slower. I've let the corporate entity of SPW lead on. So for me, I'm more the background brother, taking care of the background stuff. So that's the important things that need to be settled right now. But if the time calls for me to go up front and to show the face of authority for SPW, then I'll be there. No worries.
Like he said, that ever-lingering presence. Like, do you remember? I know this is a throwback. Do you remember President Jack Tunney of the WWF back in the day?
Yes. I remember him because his name sounds like Tunney. So
Yeah.
Like, when he's needed, then he'll show up and then he'll make the matches. He'll, make the calls and stuff like that. But for the most part, he was kind of chill, right?
Yeah. He's a man of a few words. From what I remember, I'm a Gorilla Monsoon used to be the guy. They were the guys of at that point in time a man of authority. Also, they also had a bit of I think he was a commissioner or something.
Yeah.
So Mr. Jack Tunney was the man at the back. But when he was there, he had presence.
Correct. And every time he appears, the signal is like, some big announcement is gonna go down, right? So it means more, for you to appear. For Jack Tunney to appear. Yeah, I'll definitely love it.
Yeah.
On that vein, is that why we have you as the SPW presence here today on the podcast? Is something big going to be going down this upcoming Friday at Hardcore Island 2?
Yes, I think the thing is right now. I think with Hardcore Island, firstly, everyone needs to physically be there. So I don't want them to complain or whine or say, "Oh, just because you put me here, I lose 2 hours down here, 1 hour." You do your thing. You focus on your match at hand.
Yeah.
Let me explain your train of thought to the fans. And as this is going to be a hardcore match, where hardcore matches, so the matches would vary differently, and the outcomes also would be very different, very differently. Individuals who come out there from a regular match, from a hardcore match, is totally different. So there's a lot of things that can go on physically and also mentally. So I let them prepare. I will do the bit of talking.
Very interesting because usually before a big SPW event, we will usually reach out to Statement. Hey, Statement, do you have any of the wrestlers who will be interested on coming on the show? Usually they like to come on the show to kind of like advance some of their storylines and like promote their matches. I find it's a very interesting take because the fact that you're here shows how serious the wrestlers are in like prepping for the event, so they're letting you be the spokesperson for this upcoming hardcore island 2. So are we gonna see a lot of violence and a lot of big things go down, given the mindset of the wrestlers?
The way they have informed me about how they feel towards the opponent, it's something that words cannot describe, books cannot describe, pictures cannot describe, but only violence can describe. That's what I've come out of this when they have informed me about. I used to call them. I would say, "Are you ready for your match?" He said, within even last month, he said, "I'm going to beat this guy. I'm going to beat him to a pulp. He doesn't need to worry. I'm going to put the phone down." Good luck. Only in 10 seconds. Only play for him.
One of my favorite things about sort of a hardcore style event like this, plus set in a local context, I feel like we're going to see a lot of very things we would not see in other federations overseas. You know what I mean? Like in the past, we've had durians come out. I don't know what else is going to happen. Rotan will come out. The cane, slipper will come out.
I remember a very vivid memory of a certain Carl Hella getting powerbomb into a durian. Am I not wrong?
Wow, Lawi, I tell you, that was, I think, for me, I feel that in pro wrestling, right, if you can bring moments that are different from anywhere else, and you can, and if you can cause harm to someone that no one has actually caused harm to in that kind of manner, I think that's special. So I think at that moment when you saw that power bomb, the durian sport, the durian, I think those type of ways to induce violence and pain, I think is special in our Singapore context. So I hope they take that into consideration. Take whatever is near you. Don't need to go so far. Just take whatever is near you. Go to your parents' cupboard or see what you can take. The easiest way. That's what I did. Take the Baba chili powder. I brought that. You saw the chili powder, I threw the folder. I did very fast. I took chili powder, scavenged my house, put in the plastic bag, chow.
Wow. It's like you tapao food on the way and then you just use the food as a weapon of choice also.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. You as long as you know how to do it, you know how to do it. That's what I was.
I had this one experience when I was studying overseas in uni, right? I told you about this before foreign. Then this indie show actually did a show in our dorm, like in the hall, multi-purpose hall, right? It was a total indie show. And the main event was a hardcore Royal Rumble, bring anything you want, we will use it match. I was like, really? So we all, all students so we bring down keyboards and like it was one of the craziest things I've ever seen. Do you think that, so I also understand that using weapons people bring might be a bit of an issue as well. But do you think that it could ever be a thing?
It could be if there's a chance. I think they have ideas of causing violence. I leave it to them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean the feud is always a personal feud. Sure. The anger towards an individual is personal. So I'll leave it to them. But that idea that you have is actually a pretty snazzy, pretty cool idea.
It's like that audience participation. When the fella took my keyboard and hunted the fella on the back, right? All the keys flew out. I was like, hey, I had a moment. I mean, hey, he used my keyboard there,
Yeah, I got hit by a keyboard too. It was very painful.
I like how casually you just mentioned it. Hit by a keyboard.
Today pain, tomorrow no. Tomorrow 3 weeks later, then the pain. Today is pain. Tomorrow, next 3 days will be painer. Then the painest. Then after that, it will subside.
I get you. Okay,
Ah.
that's the three stages of grief, but three stages of accepting violence into your life. Very interesting. Mr. Young, quick question. So you give this keyboard away knowing that it's gonna be used. So you were planning to sell off this keyboard, or you like this one a chapalang keyboard?
Yeah, chapalang. It's like very old used keyboards. And imagine, right? This was back before 2000, bro. It's one of those beige color keyboards. Do you remember? Are you even old enough to remember those beige keyboards?
Bro, that's like Beethoven vibes, bro.
Beethoven, what?
No, like, just kidding. I get what you mean. It's like the wood mahogany style.
Yeah. No, but the whole idea I thought was quite fun was because it was a bring your weapon so that we will use it. So
I love that concept, and I would love SPW to take that. Speaking of SPW and weapons, we are recording on a National Day weekend, so happy National Day to you guys.
Yes.
Somebody, an SPW alumnus, is currently flying the flag high. Previously using Singapore canes against the son of Brian Pillman bro, how do you feel, bro, about your brother Dante Chen, doing whatever he's doing, recently even doing a Forbidden Door, performing in TNA and whatever he's been doing in NXT, bro? How do you feel knowing him personally?
He's a brilliant individual, excellent person. He has brought pro wrestling in not only in the Singapore context but to Asia, Southeast Asia per se, and bring it up to the next level. I think that gives people hope, and he's done great things. He's like the Joseph Schooling with 10 gold medals, but people don't even know.
But when they want to know,
when they want to know, then they
yeah.
he's the unsung hero of pro wrestling and giving hope to Singaporeans.
I love it.
Yes.
I really, really love it.
And it's awesome that we were there to see him, in his infancy at SPW, do his thing, Trexas, and then, the sky's the limit for him right now. And we obviously send all the love and, joy to Trexas, aka Dante Chen. Now, let's talk about this upcoming Friday, SPW's Hardcore Island 2, A Fine City, happening at Fu Chao Building. I believe there are still some tickets available. Like, if you're listening to this on a Tuesday, you're still a bit wishy-washy about it. Stop being wishy-washy. Go and get your tickets, lah. What's wrong with you?
Yes, go and get your bloody tickets. Bloody hell, it's violent. Who's gonna pay? Who's watch? Just pay the money, watch it. And where do we do these shows every single week? No, every single month? No, every single year? No. Once in a while, where you need to hurt some fella terribly. Or woman, but you only hurt someone. You need to prove a point. You hurt someone, pay that money, and watch someone get hurt.
Awesome.
And go ahead, Foreign.
If you stay until the end of the podcast, you and me, Mr. Young, we are actually giving away tickets as well. So if you pay attention to our conversation, I think we can do a bit of a quiz to you, Carl Hella. You can decide after the fact who will be a worthy winner to go attend SPW.
Sure.
Very good. Right. In the meantime, of course, let's jump into the card proper. Like we talked about, very interesting card, all hardcore themed. But I have to talk about this one because it's kind of personal to me because of what happened at Clash at the Club the other night in July.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yes, this fella lah, emotions get a little bit high at a wrestling event. I understand, he gets into the face of the lady next to me and then starts, getting in my face as well. I had to remind him to, hey, chill, you cannot be insulting a fine lady like that, saying words like that, you know what I mean? So a little bit of a slap, but now he's involved with referee Ryan. Why he bully referee Ryan? What is going on here? I heard something about, referee Ryan was streaming or something, and then, he go and disturb him while he was streaming. What's the deal?
You're talking about Bryson Blade, right?
Yes. Bryson Blade, and this is a loser gets caned match.
Ayo!
What's going on here, GM?
Bryson Blade is a young chap. Some of these young kids, they hold a lot of pent-up frustration. They can't let things go. We're older people. Someone steps in your shoe, you say, okay, no problem. Maybe you slap the fella in the face, they say, no problem. The person goes. But and if someone hurts you or says, or you order your chai pang and then you order your rice, then you order kangkong, the guy put cabbage. You just suck it in. You just take it in. And
of course.
Say, it's okay, no problem. Vegetable. No problem.
Yeah.
Some people are they can't take it. They can't let go. I want the cabbage. I want the kangkong. I want the kangkong. They are these kind of people. But can't blame them. They're young.
I
Well,
see.
yeah. But I feel that is not a bad thing. I feel that he needs to prove a point, and I feel that if there's a reason on why he wants to, the reason on why he is angry or why he has all this frustration. I think he has a bit of a chip on the shoulder. I think there's a good way to venting out in a very healthy manner. And also the thing is, he called out referee Ryan, and referee Ryan accepted. So in that perspective, I think it shows that Bryson Blade is not exactly he's just saying things for the sake of things. Once he means it, and referee Ryan also doesn't want to be just be like, no, so-called everyone thinks, oh, the referee is the referee, but no, the referee is one of the most important people that I look up to. After me is the referee, then the referee looks up to me. Right?
Yes.
But that's also another thing. People don't understand the referee is a very, very important person. So you must give that due respect. But at the same time, Ryan needs to show Bryson Blade that the respect for years. Whatever he has done, he's done it with utmost fairness. Because I've seen it fairness.
Yeah.
Sometimes some people can't take it. They need to give it to this Bryson Blade. So Ryan has something to prove. Bryson Blade has something to prove, and on 16th August,
yes,
Hardcore Island 2, they're gonna beat each other up.
I love it.
Do you think that Blade is picking on Ryan? Because in a lot of ways, right, Ryan is not a full-timer. Like, I know he's trained, right? So he's not entirely defenseless. But do you think in some way he's targeting someone easy?
Ooh.
It could be. But the main thing, he's still targeting someone. See, if you watch, we watch MMA, we watch all this boxing, we watch all it's always a certain punch, what do you call it, a ghost punch, whatever punch. Sometimes you clock you down here, then you drop, and you might be the heavyweight champion.
Right.
You never know. So that is why that is what I feel. Even though the Bryson Blade is so-called maybe a picked on referee Ryan still didn't back down. So there's something there that he needs to prove. Both of them are actually trying to prove. So,
awesome.
It's a beautiful. It's an interesting thing, and I hope someone get hurt real bad.
Oh wow. Okay, GM. I mean, I got a question. I think you're the best positioned person to give your thoughts on this, right? Ryan is a non-wrestling personnel being involved in a wrestling match, right? You are technically a non-wrestling personnel in your position of authority. Sometimes you do have to get involved, or you have been in the ring. What advice would you give, like a non-full-time wrestler in terms of surviving such a match as this?
For me, I never back down. If I can, sometimes I don't want trouble. My back pain a bit.
That's the Singaporean side of us.
That's choose the brain. But for a person that's already accepted the fight, the person that's going to be in the match, there's no way out. There's no way, no pun intended. But there is you have to go through that path of violence to prove your point. That's what I feel. Because like when the times that I was put in positions and predicaments that I didn't like, and I was put in the ring, they threw me in the ring. I said, okay, I will show you. I will show you that I can beat the fella up. I show you that I can cause the most amount of damage to the individual. And I hope the guy remembers. Sometimes they cannot remember. Ask me the second time, but never mind. Ask me the second time. But I will still make sure that you remember me. That's the meaning. You will remember me. So this is a lesson that Bryson Blade, since he asked for it, and if referee Ryan steps in the ring and violence is brought to him, he must accept it.
All I have to say is we send our well wishes to referee Ryan. As much as I dislike Blade, I feel like, I got to go with the more experienced wrestler. We all love referee Ryan here, but I hope he's prepared his butt. I know that sounds wrong, but someone's getting caned. Damn it, someone's getting caned on Friday.
Bro, I'm rooting for referee Ryan to go all the way.
I know, so am I, but I gotta be logical here, bro.
Bro, since this is a hardcore match and I feel anything goes, you never know where one time referee bring fire extinguisher or like freaking flamethrower. You never know, man. You never know. So
Let's not get too crazy, but yes, there
Yeah.
will be violence. Okay, let's talk about the ladies. We have a triple threat match as well. Alexis Lee, Singapore's very own, versus Miu Yamashita, as well as Kaya Toribami. All right, Kaya Toribami, she's the masked wrestler. Miu is the other one. Can you tell us a little bit more about them and what they bring to the action here?
I will tell you upfront, I don't know much. They're women of mystery, but they're from TJPW, so that's what I know. So there's some information that I have, and from what I know is Miss Miyu Yamashita. She's actually traveled the world. She's been on, if I'm not wrong, TNA. I think she's been on TNA, but she's traveled around the world. So
Nice.
she's yeah. So it's an interesting dynamic, and since the things that I don't know. I'm also a person of I'm also not very sure.
Yeah.
So because the higher powers asked me to they've already done the scheduling.
Yeah.
So therefore I am just the executioner. No pun intended again. So I have to be very
I lo-
particular on this.
I love all your puns, bro.
Yeah.
It's the bane of middle management. Sometimes you just have to
Just do
follow what the high person say.
Yeah, it's true.
The compression, compression.
Yeah.
Up, down,
So apparently Miu is the ace of TJPW. So we're gonna expect something
Ooh.
like
Oh
spectacular
wow,
from her.
that's a big deal.
Yes.
And for some context, for like our non-Japanese wrestling fans, Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling (TJPW) is the second biggest female promotion after Stardom. Am I right?
If I'm not wrong, yes.
Okay, cool. So that means they are bringing lots of credibility,
Yep.
pretty sizable visibility. Will there be any sort of TJPW social media following around, or like following them around?
That I'm not too sure because I haven't gotten the full schedule yet, so it's difficult for me to say.
I see. Well, then talk to us about somebody you do know very, very well, Alexis Lee, and her journey so far. Again, she's always been the so-called standard bearer for the female wrestling in SPW. She's always fighting all these people from overseas. Where do you think her mindset is at right now? Going ahead against these two foreign talents.
I think a match, the way she thinks, I'm just saying it from based on observation. I think she takes it one step at a time, trains one step at a time. Given the task, she will the challenge that's given to her, then she will pursue the challenge. And for this match, it's going to be interesting because it's a three-way match. I just hope. I'm not rooting for anyone. I just remember my whole point is violence. So I want everyone to execute as much harm to each other in the best way I can say. It's like the safest way possible. Because but I wish but this match is going to be really interesting because with three ways rules are slightly different.
Yep.
It is if you know, it is similar to it is actually a match. With that being said, with these two the other two ladies also Joshi wrestlers, I think that will make it really interesting because the past few matches were all singles, doubles, and singles and the tag teams.
Yes.
Matches. So this is one of those first few matches that now you see in a three-way. So I think it'll be interesting.
Yeah.
The fun thing about triple threats, three ways as well, is you don't actually have to be involved in the pinfall to lose, right? So you never know what could actually happen.
Exactly. It could go any way. Yeah. I just hope that Alexis has trained hard because from what I've seen so far, because I was as you can see, I'm a bit down with the sickness.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, your puns are amazing, bro.
I can go on for years.
Yeah.
Somebody's down with the sickness.
Very disturbed, huh?
Yeah, disturb, bro.
And so I can't. I have a bit of mine's a bit fuzzy, but from what I can remember, it's I think this match is can be can push Alexis to the next level, because she was in TJPW prior to this match. She was in TJPW, then she came back. So I think she has like leveled up a bit. So I think this is something that the fans will be able to see that she has leveled up and she's going to pit herself against really tough opponents.
Awesome,
Nice.
awesome.
Nice. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, yeah, I was just about to say, like, you know, with the fact that now she did have a run in Japan and have wrestled in TJPW, do you think Alexis Lee, in terms of her next steps, because we did see her feature a couple of weeks ago, I believe, was it Straits Times? Like, or can't remember, I think Straits Times, where, you know, they did a feature on her about her being like, you know, one of the first female wrestlers in SPW. What do you think is her next level, you know, beyond the region? Is she ready to be a full timer in Japan, or like,
Hang
you know,
on,
to
bro.
go overseas?
Not one of the. She was the first.
Yes, she was. Yes, she was the first.
Let's get
For
that
sure,
out
for
of the
sure.
way.
Yeah,
let's get that clear.
let's make it clear for everyone. Yeah. So what do you think is her level and her potential right now?
I wish more people yeah, I was gonna say another one. All eyes on me, but all eyes on her. But because in this perspective, as as not only as for Alexis, but for female wrestling in general in Southeast Asia, I think it's burgeoning. So I think there is the beauty behind that, and I hope people can see that.
Yeah.
And I hope that Alexis Lee has the opportunity to move around more and to pit the skills against other opponents of different caliber. That's what I wish.
Yeah,
There you
especially
go.
because she is literally the flag bearer. You know, she is to me one of the top female wrestlers already in this region. So
Yep.
you know, the only way is up, right?
Yeah, the only way is up. You have to just pursue, try different things, move up. I think that's the fundamental thing, and then try to always make yourself maybe be different a bit, and then just move up. Just keep on being different and moving.
Yeah.
Cool.
Let's talk about another match that will feature guests from overseas, right? Jack and Cheese, they threw out an open challenge. And who would answer the open challenge? The Gym Bros. Look at these two. Oh my God, they're really Gym Bros.
Literal Gym Bros. Love it.
What can we expect from this one? I'm expecting a lot of meat being slapped.
That's a very good question. Very good question. From what I've seen, individuals who are the Gym Bros.
Yeah.
I think they'll be bringing something slightly more different for the hard hitting Jack, Big Good Jack, and something different from a different style because these guys maybe a bit more seasoned, seasoned veterans. So for Jack and Cheese to go against them, it's going to be interesting, you know. So I just hope from what I've seen in the past, I just want people to see that hey, there is talent in even in Thailand. Because Gym Bros are based in Pattaya, so I hope the fans can also see this kind of match in Singapore. So you have individuals with two different styles, two groups with two different styles, which will be interesting. At the end of the day, I feel that for Jack and Cheese and for the Gym Bros, I think this is a match that maybe they can see, hey, maybe something different from the usual classic form of hardcore match.
Cool. Not gonna lie, one of them looked like he cosplaying as Hulk Hogan. So I was a bit confused when I saw that.
The yellow bandana through you, is it?
Yeah. I was confused.
Kill me, brother.
Well, what was he trying to achieve? But I'm very interested to the fact that you said that they are based in Thailand. Like, what is their home promotion, or are they all like just kind of like freelancers as well?
No, if I'm not wrong, it's a Pattaya Sport Entertainment. If I'm not wrong,
Okay.
I'm a bit unwell, so yeah. So it's a bit fuzzy, but if I'm not wrong, if you're shooting wise,
Okay.
it's Pattaya Sport Entertainment.
And if my memory serves me correct, Statement did a stint in Pattaya Pro Wrestling, or like did a match there, right? Recently, a couple of months back.
Yeah, yes, exactly. You're correct.
So scouting talent over there, not just enjoying Pattaya.
But I mean, looking at this match, to me is very interesting because Jack and Cheese obviously a tag team that's on the ascendancy. They're they're trying to get the wins in the pocket so that they obviously you want to challenge for the tag team titles at some point, right? So this, in a lot of ways, is a very important match for them to make a mark, show that they can be top contenders for the tag team titles, no?
Yes. Yes. They have this opportunity for them to attend. Um, uh, it's not going to be an easy flight up. Because the talents that will be thrown to them will not be average, will not be easy. That's all I
Yep.
can say. Yeah, so this is also another fight that they gotta pace themselves with, and they gotta face themselves with. And I hope, with that being said, the opportunity will come for them.
Yes.
But it will just take time. It will take time for the fans and for them to understand that, hey, think I can be the champions. I think I can challenge for the tag team championship.
Do you feel if Jack and Cheese gets the victory, the very next logical step is for them to challenge for the tag team championships?
It's difficult for me to say at this time. I don't want to give opportunities too early, or I think it really takes, for me personally, maybe the next show, maybe, or maybe I feel that maybe I might just want to just hold back a bit. But it really depends. It depends on the performance. Maybe if I see it fantastic and I want more, why not?
Bro,
Alright.
I think the Midnight Bastards will have something to say about that.
Oh.
That last suggestion of yours, I don't think they're very happy with that. You know what I mean? You think that they would be like, hey, we should get that shot. Even though they are also new.
Bro has been tagging us in a lot of their videos recently. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
We will talk about that. I don't know if you watch Mason's latest video, but we got a shout out. Did you hear?
Well, of course I do, because I'm managing the account, but like,
Yeah.
I don't know whether how Carl Hella is aware of what these Midnight Bastards have been
Well,
calling
I
out
have to
for.
say- I have to say, I'm enjoying all the social media content on SPW's Instagram page. I don't know if you guys have been ramping up on purpose, or are the wrestlers themselves like, hey, you know what? Let's just go. Let's just do more videos to hype this stuff, push the story. Let's get our personalities out there. But I'm enjoying this shit. Not gonna lie.
That's the way. That's the way it's supposed to.
Yeah.
If I think the general mode is for any individuals just to say what they feel like saying about a match, but to exude that additional factor, or exude something internally that people can see from externally, and they can exude it outside. I think that's special. I think that is something that people need to understand, and gives that additional X factor, or that or the intangible feeling that they can be that would lure the individual to understand that wrestler.
Yeah.
I think that is a beautiful thing. If that person can do that, that's wonderful. So I think the Midnight Bastards got something. I like the style. I like the style. So
it's that extra layer of personality that you wouldn't get looking at a poster. You see this guy, big, strong muscles, but what beyond that? And we'll talk about some of those videos in just a bit, especially the one where Mason, did his little thing. He put his own flair. I actually laughed my ass off. So let's talk about, before we get there, let's talk about CK Vin versus Iman. Okay, why did you decide to let them vent it out on each other with chairs? Of all things, why chairs match?
A very specific chess match.
Chairs, because for a chair, there are different types of matches. Foreign objects. Foreign objects.
Of course, foreign knows, yes.
So they and this CK Vin has always been having this chair, and this chair with the contract stuck at the back behind it. Everywhere it goes. Even I go and see him in the coffee shop, I'm going to have a makan and say, hey, CK Vin. Then he says the chair beside him. Then uncle, I'll say, this is your chair. No, it's my chair. He gets very confused. But he always brings that chair along with him.
I see.
Every single time I see him, I say, this fella, this chair. One time I want to destroy this chair. So that's now I can tell you.
Yeah. Wait,
I want to take something that he holds so dearly, and it's like a physical, like something physical that people can see to cause harm, And what happens if that disappears? Would he be able to cause as much harm without that item? So that's something I want to try to do a bit of feasibility study on.
Yeah,
For
and just for
context,
as I was saying, just for
Go ahead.
context, the reason he's holding that chair and the reason he's holding that particular contract is that he actually has an opportunity to challenge for the Singapore Championship, if you're not wrong. And this can come at any time, anywhere. So he's been holding that for quite a while. He's almost holding those cards very close to his chest. What do you think is going to be his next move with that? Is that going to be something down the line? Is he going to cash in anytime soon? What's your thoughts?
That too, I'm not a mind reader. I cannot figure out what he's trying to do. Sometimes he sends me messages. I think I block him. He doesn't know. You saw the
Okay.
video. I don't have his number. I think I blocked him, but I don't.
Okay.
Now he knows that he watch, but he doesn't watch this thing. It's too atas for him. So anyway, yeah. So I think for the title, it's really up to him. The ball will be on his court. Again, you never know when after this match, win or lose, we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So I just hope he figures out. Knowing him, he's a very savvy, very devious fella, something like me. Fella. But
Game recognizes game.
Real recognize real homie.
Yeah,
Then
yeah.
knowing that, right, when he wants to cash in, I think for me, I feel that he might take he'll take that chance. A chance that maybe out of the blue or somewhere or another you just call it out. And that's knowing him. Or sometimes you never know, he just straight up say, but we never know. So I just hope that he makes the right decision, because he has fought diligently for that to hold on to that contract. I just hope that he makes the right decision. That's what I think.
Do you think that he might be looking past Iman because he has the Singapore title in his sights? And Iman, last I saw him at Clash at the Club, I mean, he has grown a little bit of an edge, a little bit more vicious edge in his match. So I'm like, let's not look past Iman here, right?
Yes, exactly. Iman was put in a position that I was there. I saw I saw it in my eyes. I could see that Iman meant business. He was injured for a long time. He injured his knee. Then he came back, he rehabbed, he came back stronger. And after that, he never lost anything. When you see him now, it's like 10 times more of what I saw him the last time. It's like, wow, what happened to Iman? And this is the opportunity that I felt like, maybe the CKVin bite something more than he can chew. Or maybe is this the chance where it's a chance where, like, hey, Iman has an opportunity to step up, and this is his opportunity just given to him there. But you never know. So I just hope that whatever it's happening within these two individuals, the rivalry between these two, they end it off. They have to figure out how they want to solve this problem. But I feel that right now with this violent pact that they have made, because him calling each other the BITCH, I think that was the trigger point. I was there with the trigger point. That really hurt. You could see him. He was really hurt. CKVin didn't want to back out. He just want to go on. So this match is something that it's like you say, what do you say in Hokkien? Lau kui.
Right. Face. Don't lose
Cannot
face.
lose face.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also as I would say SPW Lao Chia already, you've been there for all throughout the entire history. And this is like a new generation of like the youngsters coming through. It's like a next wave, right? This Iman and CKVin. What's your thoughts on their potential? Do you think they can, bring SPW to the next level, these young guns?
Obviously, I think every single man, woman, and I think it's a child.
Is there a child?
No, man,
child on the
woman,
roster?
a human being. I don't know. Those individuals in SPW, I think everyone is special. I think, in my own perspective, I think there's something in them that they just need to push and continue in wrestling. And with that is the special thing, that if you just continue, keep on grinding, and if people can understand you and feel you, and that's the time where that that the fans will understand you. The minute then they can go behind you, they can boo you, they can cheer you.
Mhm.
I think that's the thing that they themselves need to figure out.
Mm.
So I think by doing that, you need to take a bit of a leap of faith.
Yeah.
Do a bit of you need to take a bit of risks.
Yeah. All I can say is I hope Iman doesn't crumble under the pressure, because if he does win, if he does beat CK Vin, and CK Vin is technically the next in line, aiming at Black Arrow, right? I mean, it says a lot. And there could be a huge argument that maybe Iman could be in line for the Singapore title if Iman beats CK Vin. So that's a lot of pressure. I hope he rises up to it.
Yep. A lot of pressure. Immense amount of pressure.
Talking about pressure, okay. This is like Godzilla versus Kong. I look at the poster,
dear
I'm
God.
like, oh my god. These two giant powerhouses going up against each other. And did you watch the video, by the way, that Cantona put out?
Oh,
Um,
no, I didn't. Yeah, what's this about?
Hey, I don't know, man. I might start liking this fella, okay? Quite a funny fella with his
Okay.
awkwardness. I'm talking about Destroyer Dama versus Cantona. Cantona basically did a video with his boy. Oh my god, I forgot his name suddenly. The guy who hires him, huh?
Ricky
Oh,
Malik.
Ricky
Ricky
Malik.
Malik, yes.
Harry Potter. Yes.
Yeah. Ricky Malik, Harry Potter. So like, Ricky Malik is behind the camera and Cantona has a cut promo, but he keeps forgetting his lines or he keeps getting distracted. I actually was like, what the hell, bro?
Relatable, is it?
I might start liking this guy. Isn't he supposed to be like a tough, like take no nonsense, nasty dude?
Yes, I've spoken to him a few times. He's a no nonsense individual. Like the way he speaks, you already know that. It's like you sit down, no nonsense, tell you straight in the face what
Yep.
you feel. No BS.
Mm.
So with this match, same feeling he has towards Dani and his master
Ricky
Ricky
Malik.
Malik.
Ricky,
Yeah.
yeah.
Is it really, like, because Cantona, I think we've heard some of his story. He kind of joined wrestling pretty late in his life. He's has already carved a career for himself as like a personal trainer, and it became a personal trainer to Ricky Malik. What do you think of his journey into wrestling? Because all of us, will want to join wrestling or become a wrestler at some point, but some of us might think that, oh, we are too old, or like the ship has passed by us. Or what do you think is a story like Cantona does or inspires for, like, older people to want to go into wrestling if they choose to?
I think Cantona's story is like an Olympic story, winning the gold medal.
Mhm.
Even though you win bronze, doesn't matter. It's your journey. And then when you see that what you put up there, even though you hold a bronze medal, with a silver medal, or even a gold medal, whatever you hold, it's that importance to you. So I think whatever his journey with pro wrestling, when he joined at a later age,
Mhm.
that is his journey. That is his start. But I feel that many people say, "Oh, age is the start." No. It's that when he reached that start, what's his experiences after that? That actually extends on what the other individual is, let's say, who has come into pro wrestling like at the age of, let's say, 15, 16. Yes, the wrestling maybe has been there longer, but the savviness, the how to work the individual's mind, how to work, how to see how things work and how to manipulate situations, knowing the crowd, and all these small things would be adding on to his experience. It's intangible. Maybe it's non-comparable to what he can learn in pro wrestling, but it is something he can bring into pro wrestling. So it's like an oil and water situation kind of thing. So I think that's an interesting thing that what Cantona is bringing to SPW at this point in time,
A question now.
and to his master Ricky Malik.
To his
Especially
master,
his master.
Ricky Malik, yes. Is this going to be a hardcore match? Or is this a regular match? Because I'm looking at the two of them. They are weapons already. They don't need they don't need other weapons.
Yeah.
I think for now I left it as it is. They want to choose. But for them, it's it could be a straight up singles match, or it could be something different. I really don't want to say too much, but but this is going to be interesting.
I like to assume at some point this Ricky Malik would definitely want to get himself involved and play a part in the match. So will this Ricky Malik be at ringside, or are you going to ensure there's no shenanigans on his end?
It doesn't matter. Inside,
Yes.
outside. Oh my, okay.
It's okay.
Yeah, Danny can handle himself.
You know what? You know what? You know what I want to see? I want to see a power bomb from Dharma to Ricky Malik at some point in time. I would love to see that.
Bro, that
Pay good
might
money.
the whole
just to see
ring
that.
might collapse, lah, bro. Those two are just too big. But I
No,
would love
what?
to see that as well.
No, not to Cantona, Mr. Young.
Oh.
I want him to grab that little Ricky Malik,
Oh, Ricky Malik.
do a
Oh,
power bomb on him, brother.
what did Ricky Malik do to you, bro? Why do you wish him such hurt?
Bro, you clearly haven't seen our review that we did live at the SPW arena the
Oh,
previous
okay,
time.
okay. He disturbed you, okay.
Bro, not happy. We give him 3.5 stars for his match at the
Oh, right.
for our ongoing Singapore Wrestling Top 20 rankings that
it's-
we've been doing.
it's
He's not
okay.
happy, bro. He's not
It's
happy.
okay. Maybe he will impress at Hardcore Island too. Let's talk about impressive. Okay, so this guy, I'm looking at his poster, right? He's from Australia. His Chanwen is his name, and he's going up against Riz. Who did Riz piss off to have this like monster attack him? Actually, I know lah. It's part
Yeah,
of
we watched
his whole thing
the
lah.
short video, right?
Yeah. But his whole thing with getting
Stain.
betrayed by the Wolfram cartel, so they've hired this fella to come and hunt him down.
Yep. And another person Reese is pissed off is Hila.
Oh,
Why?
Ah.
What happened, bro?
I don't know. I don't know. Every time I see him, I don't know what to say. I feel very angry or very happy.
why?
Mixed feelings. Yeah,
His face
sometimes
trigger you, is it?
Just the face. Is that why he wears a
every-
mask?
some people give me that natural trigger. So I want Reese I want whatever the torment that
Oh dear God.
the Wolfram has done to him, or whether likewise the torment that he has with Saint RH, whatever you have in that I want to see, I want to feel, I want both of you to kill each other. Like,
You want to join in and beat him up also lah, technically is what you're saying lah.
No lah, no. I just feel that with the whole turmoil with Wolfram, I felt like Wolfram was like they had like this energy and this personal conflict between them. Everything dissolved, and I was like, well, they had. I was like, man, but it's okay. It's okay. That's why the Sunwon is there,
Mhm.
and he's there to solve the problem. So I just hope that whoever wins for Wolfram, give and take, whoever is there, I just wish them all the best.
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Very-
are we
very
selling
poor
Riz
thing.
short here? Like a
Very-
bit poor thing, right?
Yeah,
Like,
I want to say
look,
very poor thing.
At Clash, he went up against Adrian Rex, and they had a very competitive match. He more than held up his end of the bargain. So, maybe we're selling him a little bit too short here. The poor guy. I mean, he has some technical skill. He has the high flying skill as well. We are just not sure about this Tanwen and what he brings to the table, other than the fact that he looks like, massive.
Yeah, I just want this one thing. I just want to see Riz to bring something, just bring that.
Right.
You must bring that.
The wolf, like he called himself Wolf.
Yeah,
He gotta bring it
wolf,
out.
You wolf. Yes.
You gotta bring the
Okay.
when you eat three murtabat, on the spot, right? You feel the heart is stopping, right? You
Yeah.
have to push yourself out to go to work and all that, right?
Yeah.
Bro, that heartburn, bro. That one
Oh.
hits home, bro. Oh.
I can only eat one murtabak at one sitting lah. 3 cannot already. One,
Three,
I really
yeah.
feel like that,
Yeah, yeah.
Murtabak are big, no? They're not small.
I'm not sure how the
sorry.
conversation went to murtabak, but
Hey, it's one of my
yes.
favorite foods, okay? So
Biryani. Three
Brani,
three
Brani for
biryani
you.
also.
I think two. Now my age two.
Two.
Two, I think.
Uh,
Wake up.
The heartburn, right?
Ugh.
Okay. I know we have the main event. Did we miss any match before we go to the main event? I think we covered all the matches, right?
Yes, we have.
Okay.
We have.
Then let's talk about the
5.
main event. Yes, Mason, RJ, and the statement, the State of Bastards versus Aiden Rex, Dr. Gore, and the Butcher Man. Okay, first of all, let me address Mason's video. Which if you haven't checked it out, by the way, go and check out SPW's Instagram account. It is the most rabak thing I've ever seen. The production quality is like, what the fuck? But it was the hardest I've laughed in a while.
Oh,
Okay,
dear God,
so he
dear
basically did his he's like don't know sitting in some balcony, don't know whose house, right, giving out awards. Like the biggest virgin award, and then he, like here are the nominees, the referee, right? And he's basically taking the piss on all the other wrestlers, lah. And then there was this one award, bro, that involved us, the Dick Rider Award. Did you hear this?
Uh,
I think I was
yeah.
still incapacitated with the sickness.
Yes.
So he basically called us a bunch of dick riders because we rated him. If you remember at the clash at the club, we gave him pretty high rankings and ratings, right? So he thanked us for dick riding him.
Oh, I see. Wait, just to clarify, he didn't say who else was in that list, right?
No. He didn't like mention anything. He just said that, hey, it's clear that you guys like me, so you guys stop dick riding me, but thank you. So
I see.
It was funny stuff. It was good
I
stuff.
love it. I love it. If I could make a
go ahead.
if I could make a suggestion though, I mean, if he's really giving out lists of dick riders, right? I think shouldn't he be in that nomination list because for dick riding statement? I mean, isn't that the case?
Hey, bro. He okay, go and watch the video. I don't think he meant it like that, but why you gotta get all defensive? I don't want to start no beef with the Midnight Bastards and the
No
statement.
lah,
Okay,
we riding the dick lah. He won't say we are trying to start beef ma. But it's all good. Yes. We love his performance, right? Mr.
Yeah.
You were there. You saw his performance.
No, we can't say that. Now we are dick riding him if we say that.
Yeah. Okay, next match 0 stars. Okay, but let's get this back on track, right?
Yeah.
Mr. Carl Hellaser, State of Bastards, this newly formed trio that have been running roughshod over SPW over the last couple of months. What was your reaction when you first saw that statement suddenly turn on Aiden Rex, won his 5th title, and then suddenly have these 2 young guns under his wing and forming this crew and faction? What's your thoughts on that?
I think it's a wise decision made by Statement. If you have seen Statement when he is aiming on where to go high, even though he doesn't have the title, or he moves around with the title, he actually has a crew, a clique with him. So I think even if this generation of this few years, I think with the Midnight Bastards, I think he never walks alone.
I mean, you know him from the start. Like for him, maybe Onslaught was his DX, right? If he's Triple H, Onslaught was his DX. This is probably his evolution, right? If you think about it.
Oh,
could be. Yeah, I think if you put it that way, it is. I think also in another perspective, if you look at it, is also how evolution can be evolution. It's just like is there something more out of evolution? Is this evolution after 3 months? Or is this evolution that can actually last for eternity or for longer than a year or maybe even more? I mean that's the legacy and how it's supposed to be. No pun intended because of the break-off of evolution.
Yes.
Legacy.
Bro, you're on a roll today, bro.
Yeah, the Easter eggs, man.
I'm rolling, bro. Rolling.
Rolling.
Okay.
Okay, and they are going up against the SPW stalwarts, if you were, right? Like pillars of SPW, Aiden Rex and the Horrors. Talk to us about where you see them. Like, I mean, they sort of come together, banded together to fight off this, growing threat in SPW. Are they doing the right thing here? Like, do you see the State of Bastards as a threat that need to be put in check?
I think with this match, it's very, very interesting because the timing of it, like the statement just went at Aiden Rex.
Yep.
And then Statement already had the Midnight Bastards.
Yep.
But I don't think he actually knew that that the Horrors were actually backing Aiden Rex up.
Yeah.
So I think it is an interesting position because right now you have the Horrors really they have actually gone to different places around Asia to train.
Yes.
And recently also Aiden Rex also has gone overseas to wrestle. So I think with that, with that understanding that with this coming match, these individuals, the Horrors and Eden Rex, they've actually gone the additional step to prepare themselves for this match with the Midnight Bastards and Statement. I just hope they bring the A game, because I know Statement will bring his E game.
Yep.
I know that Eden Rex always brings it. Now the game. Now the question is whether for Horrors and the Midnight Bastards, Horrors have always been there and always bring out exceptional matches. So now
Yes.
the ball will actually, if you look at it, it will be the ball will actually be on the Midnight Bastards court. They need to step up, and if they can step up to the same level or even higher than Statement and prove to everyone that they can be on the same pedestal as those remaining five individuals, I think that would be something to look forward to.
Nice.
It's very cool that you say that, because like
Yep.
4 out of the 6 individuals are essentially the top stars, veterans, right? And we got
Yep.
2 up and comers, right? With the Midnight Bastards as well. Do you think that they will be able to swim, amongst all this local top talent? How do you think they will perform in such a high pressure environment such as the main event?
I feel that when the statement picks or chooses individuals, he sees something in them.
Yeah.
So it boils down to what the statement is. So the statement is not going to leave. He's not going to pick any kucing kurap person. So he's gonna pick people that can actually push him to the next level. At the same time, he can push them to the next level. So he is that is something that right now the Midnight Bastards need to really work on to meet to the level of the statement, and also to Eden Rex and the Horrors.
And then you put the cherry on top of the cake. The cherry being this is an extreme rules match. Does this favor any certain individuals? I feel like, okay, with Mason and RJ and the statement to a certain extent, it feels like their wheelhouse because, they're kind of degenerates like that. But then you got Dr. Gore and Butcherman, who are like, they're crazy.
They are wild.
Yeah, they love violence. They will feel at home with all these weapons. The only person I'm like, Aiden Rex. Oh, okay, interesting.
Bro,
I've never
Aiden
really
Rex-
seen Aiden Rex wield a weapon before. Like, he is a technical marvel, right? He's a high flyer. He'll put you in a submission. But what?
Aiden Rex in the hardcore environment reminds me of Kurt Angle in ECW, bro.
Oh, right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he just needs to find that Perk Angle level to him. He become Perk Aiden. I think maybe can, bro.
Yeah.
Actually, in SPW law, I think first ever tables match was Eden Rex was in it.
Oh, is it?
Really?
Oh.
Wow.
Fun fact.
Okay. Very interesting.
If tables match, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, Aiden Rex, just coming off a long title reign, very successful, multiple defenses, and before, recently losing it to Statement. Do you feel, right, bro, with all the great performances he's had, technically he hasn't had a rematch with Statement since he lost the title? Do you feel he's owed one, and by winning this match, do you think he would at least get one more opportunity for a rematch?
I think with this match, he's able to have the leverage, is able to say that, hey, Statement, you come here, where's that rematch? I think if he can get this match out of Statement, then he has the ability to say it. But you never know. It might be if Aiden Rex can pull, because from what I know, if you've ever seen Aiden Rex, he's a very, very savvy wrestler. He does very interesting things that a lot of people don't really pay attention to. He's got a real interesting knack of actually catching and submitting. So that style of wrestling is very, very difficult for someone, but Aiden Rex has done that. So in that extension of how he wrestles, I think if he can put this element into the Extreme Rules match, okay, that will be interesting for to make the statement actually look at Aiden and say, hey, I've thrown everything at you.
Yeah.
and you're still there.
Very interesting. You know, I can almost imagine him like wrapping up one of the wrestlers in a chair, like a pretzel, you know, like a octopus.
In some sort of submission.
Yeah, you know, like they get themselves stuck inside the freaking chair. Can you imagine, bro?
It could be chair, it could be barbed wire, it could be
Ooh.
who knows what else.
Yeah, he's one of my favorites as well to watch in the ring. Like I really enjoy him.
So the most important question is, will somebody confiscate Cleavy for this match?
Got such thing, man.
Bro, Cleavy is
Bro.
legal, right, bro?
Cannot lah, cannot. That one a bit like, no lah.
Are we gonna see a slashing, bro?
No,
down,
no,
Hardcore
no.
Island. Dear God. Okay. That's
Okay,
really
somebody
interesting.
better confiscate Cleavy first. This is all I'm saying, because Butchman, man, you don't know what goes through his mind. None of us do.
Yes.
I give the Butcherman the opportunity to use the Cleavy. If he wants to use, it's up to him.
What?
If he wants to bring, it's up to him. Because it's not for me to say. Because this match is already Extreme Rules, and if extreme Rules is Extreme Rules. I mean,
Alright.
if given my choice of being, if I were in Extreme Rules, I'll bring my mother along.
Oh, your mother is hardcore?
I'll take a knife and stab people.
Oh, dear God. She's hardcore.
Go.
She's hardcore.
You sick for.
5 words and you're gonna cry.
Oh, dear God. Okay. All right.
Okay, there you go. That's the main event of SPW's Hardcore Island 2, A Fine City. Once again, it's happening this Friday as you are listening, as we've released this video on a Monday. But yes, it's this upcoming Friday. Get your tickets if you haven't already. You can reach out to SPW on their Instagram account to get tickets, correct?
Yes, correct?
Yes, correct.
Awesome. So,
Take tickets.
and for those of you who haven't had a chance to get tickets, we are giving you an opportunity to win tickets because I believe our dear Statement has mentioned to us that he will be giving 2 pairs of tickets through the podcast.
Let's
Through
go.
the podcast. So I think I'm gonna set the rules here. When this podcast airs, fastest fingers first. I would like you all to tell us which match you are looking forward to the most and why. And I will leave Mr. GM Carl Heller to choose the winners. I'll let you know the nominations for the matches and why. And you
The
tell
entries,
us,
yes.
yes, the best entries will be decided by you, sir. How about that?
Okay, sure.
Awesome.
I can do it.
There you go. Right now, go into the comments. Tell us which match are you looking forward to the most and why. Hopefully, you win those tickets and we'll see you there at SPW Hardcore Island 2. All right, GM Carl Heller, let's not take up too much of your time because I know you're feeling a little bit under the weather as well. Go and get some rest. But before we let you go, though, is there anything you want to say out there to the fans of SPW or people who might not have been to a single SPW event before? Tell them why they should be coming down this Friday.
Because SPW, Singapore Pro Wrestling, has a very interesting match, a very interesting show called Hardcore Island. Hardcore Island consists of predominantly hardcore matches in which people just lose their mind and beat each other with foreign objects, no pun intended. And if you hit, you cause immense pain and torture to the person. So if you feel that you want to hurt someone, but you can't, you come and watch the show, buy the ticket, watch the show, have a few beers, sit there and watch us torture that individual. Close your eyes, you can feel the person scream, your boss or whoever it is, girlfriend, doesn't matter.
Live vicariously, right?
Live vicariously, yes, exactly. That's the correct word. You're England, very good.
You're very good. I love it. I love how you sold it like a very casual, by the way, the violence, normal. It's okay.
Normal.
It's pro wrestling after all, bro. Yeah, exactly.
It's so serious.
Yes, why so serious? Just powerbomb someone through a durian. I hope to see that this Friday.
I can't wait for that. Durian, and who knows what else is going to come out at SPW's Hardcore Island 2. All right, Carl Heller, once again, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you so very much. Please have a good rest, and we'll see you this Friday, my man.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Young. Thank you, Foreign. Thank you so much for having me here and sharing my soul and my fever to my sickness to myself. Thank you very much.
I love
Get
you.
well soon, bro.
I'll see you on Friday, man. I'll say hi to you in person. Take care, brother.
Thanks, brother.